it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight.
Intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrow, but I love that bitter taste.
Visions of you.
Come closer. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste.
visions of you. When forever finally ends, all the promises are broken. No more fights to pick up the pieces. I left you with the parts of me I don't wanna see you again. Don't wanna write any more of our story, 'cause I know how it ends. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better when love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. I just keep crying when I hear your name. Kissing her just sparked a flame. I took you for granted, and you did the same. I wish I never said those things. Taking your love is mine to keep, 'cause now you're my biggest regret, and it's not even a secret. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. Isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules then. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight.
I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you, visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrow, but I love that
Visions of you.
come closer.
There we go. We are live. Welcome everybody. TSCC Winter 2025. 5 already. My gosh. Time does fly indeed. Welcome back to the playoffs for this edition. Boney C joined by Key this time around. Padster unable to make it today, and I'm looking forward to things today, Key. We got 3 matches once again on the board, and hope we're gonna have a good time.
And we're starting off with an exciting one. Denmark versus Slovenia. Danish team definitely showing up strong in the Swiss stage, as well as the previous editions, where they, I think, managed to win the previous one.
I
If
believe
I'm
so,
not,
yes.
not mistaken. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't know. I'm hoping for an exciting match.
Likewise, and I mean, time does fly. We have some other matches happening in Div 1 as well, but this match in particular, already underway, just jumping in a little bit later, but not too late at all. It's map 1, it's 1-1 on 17, which, if I saw correctly, was picked by Slovenia. Oh, a little bit of lag on my end, apologies for that. Hopefully that'll resolve itself. There you go. Fixed. I was unable to check the other maps, and I'm afraid to tab out now in case I mess things up even more. Regardless though, map 17, common map pick, honestly, throughout the Swiss stage thus far, which I understand. It is a, relatively straightforward dirt track that definitely reward those dirt players out there.
Yeah, it is one of those like more conventional tracks, and also one that is pretty widely liked by a lot of players. I'm a bit surprised that Slovenia picks this against Denmark in particular, because the Danish side has very, very strong dirt players. The times so far aren't the absolute fastest, but if Denmark can just ace their opponents like they did in this round just now, I don't think they need to pick up the pace.
No, it's definitely a nice and comfortable. I mean, 2-1 thus far, so still plenty to play for. But they're gonna have to pick it up a little bit with the mistakes that we saw during that round. I mean, it is, first match of the day. Everybody may be still waking up. I know there's still some matches that need to be underway for those that are curious. Plenty of games going on. Ooh, mistake right there. I believe that was Dunstay with a small little touch, and with Boop also trailing behind a bit.
Yeah, Whoop had a very, very slow first outside third, so he has a lot of catching up to do too. combat Manta and Knights for the top 2 positions. Loris is trying, but scrambling slightly more away. And I think Manta and Knights will just close the round off in a few seconds.
Yeah, oh Manta, very nice outside line there as well. Doesn't go as
Ooh,
far this
Nate's
time, but Nate's...
crushing.
Oy! Is that enough though?
Not enough.
Oh.
Yeah, not enough for Loris to sneak into the third, which would have actually gave the Denmark the victory.
Yeah.
Instead, we are equalized at 2-2.
Exactly. I mean, that was 700ths of a second. Didn't quite expect it, so we didn't get it on stream. But yeah, barely, just kind of getting away with it right there. And I mean, it is that last outside third line can be a bit of a tricky one indeed. I myself know, you know, I think it's the only thing that's stopping me from getting a good time on this track. But it's always impressive to see when you know, we see these players just navigate that so beautifully and get the speed towards that finish. But another round, another opportunity, and Manta heavily in the lead for this first couple of checkpoints, and the first crash there as well.
Yeah.
Don't stay out.
Puts Whoop and Loritz in a pretty tough spot. Again, Whoop, similarly to Loritz last round, losing on the exit from the third section, I say. And Nates and Manta again looking to be very, very strong at the front. And probably picking up another round victory for Slovenia. Nates with an interesting line that actually gained on Manta. The first time I've seen that.
Yeah, it worked.
Maybe it is some hidden world record strategy.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe some little things to be done in there. I mean, it is the third, you know, we're month number 3 of the campaign. It's usually when tricks have been figured out, optimizations have been made. At this point, we're not really thinking about, oh, there's going to be some hidden cut. That we're past that. But Slovenia very much getting back into it after that ace from Denmark. It seems that they really woke up and decided, you know what, we're done. We're about ready to get to it, but. It's really been the start. I mean, Dunstay, so for last 2 rounds, getting a crash halfway through the track, quite unfortunate and putting Denmark in a bit of a disadvantageous position. And now, oh no, Hoop out.
That transition was noted, and Loris had to release massively. So this is again a very, very good spot for Slovenia. Dunstay is much closer than Whoop and Loris were in the previous rounds, and also gaining with the no slide just now. So he will combat Manta for the round win for sure. But Loris needs to join him if they want to win the round, and Loris crashing the outside there just now won't make it happen.
Not a lot he can do, and Dunstay with a, oh no, little slowdown there as well at the end. Ace for Slovenia.
Ace for Slovenia, and a pretty decent time from Manta as well. So they did pick up the pace now, and it's getting faster.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, 4 rounds in a row, 4-2 for Slovenia, and the worries about them picking into 17 against Denmark. They just need one more to confirm that, hey, no worries whatsoever. We knew what we were picking into, and we are ready to be competing against, you know, one of the best that we've seen throughout TSCC. I mean, Denmark, with the lineup that they have, I wouldn't be surprised if they once again can make it up to a top 3, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, everybody in the one right now is looking on fire. Unfortunate mistake there happening from Manta, but
Manta,
Manta later as well now. Bit of a role reversal. It's what is happening? Why is everybody crashing?
There is a lot of mistakes this round, but I think Manta and Taxi later are a bit too far to help Nates, even with a like 1-4-5 arrangement. And yeah, Nate's even losing the round victory to Whoop on the last corner. Denmark not giving up just yet.
No, they're still making sure that they are keeping Slovenian team honest and keeping them on their toes. That small mistake, you could see reinvigorating the Danish team to simply go for it. But another round, another opportunities. And I mean, thus far, great map to kick things off. I'm not sure what map number 2 is. Again, I haven't been able to see the map order without my game causing issues. Maybe you'll be able to.
18.
18? Yeah, that's pretty easy to, at least, you know, we don't have to worry about switching maps, but 18, interesting one to pick up.
In the meanwhile, in the ongoing rounds, there was a very, very early mistake by Talk to You Later, which means Nates and Manta need to remain in the top 3 if they do not want to let Denmark get equalized. Nate's doing pretty good job at that, although this turn looked a bit wonky. Loris is challenging, but I think they will be able to secure the top 2. And yeah, salvage the later's mistake. And pick up the map victory.
Yeah, that was a nice 1-2 right there. And I mean, the times between the two players as well. Almost
Yeah.
in sync.
Almost.
But
Just
great,
2,000
great.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But a great win. You know, it's one of the things as well, right? That's important when playing in a team. If one player does falter at some point, you got to be able to rely on your teammates, and that was a phenomenal job right there to you know, pick it up with a 1-2 despite, you know, losing Toffee later along the way. So 18 coming up next for some bobsleigh coming at your way. I think they'll be quite happy on the side of Denmark. I know they've been quite a fan of this style in general with their players. Not sure if there will be big changes. I mean, we already see jQuery warming up. Whoop also in, not surprising. But we'll see though, because outside of that, yeah, it looks like the Danish squad is with 4 players today, so they are missing one of their players.
Maybe just not the correct maps for them. Maybe they are still warming up in single player. Who knows? Jan just joined for the Slovenian side, so they are definitely doing that warming up offline kind of strat.
Oh yeah, that may be
As
the
you
case.
can see, also Manta is gone from the server, so it's definitely gonna return, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. I think you may be right on the warming up offline situation. As long as you're there, right? It's fine. I know it used to be that we were a bit more strict on that. Keep on server, stay on server, but yeah, I don't think we're too worried in that regard. But yeah, looking like a good match getting underway. Slovenia able to pick up their map pick. Denmark looking to try and counter that to bring the score 1-1. It is a best of 5. Just to say that I know one of the things that may be unfamiliar to those coming in new. So 2 maps have been picked, 1 by each team. 3 maps have been randomly banned. Picked, and 8 maps in total have been banned. So because of that, the random pool shouldn't be too random, too detrimental, but sometimes you do see some teams may forget to pick or ban one of the maps that they maybe wouldn't play. Let's say a 24, for example. I know that ice track has been quite detrimental for some teams in the past, especially with the way some of those turns can be.
I don't think I've seen this map in action. 24 actually.
We've seen it
Seems
once,
the
maybe.
Miser really doesn't like it.
No,
Anyway,
no.
we are underway with jQuery, Loritz, and Whoop against Supingo, Jan, and talk to you later, I believe.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And it does, yeah.
And
big-
a very, very strong start to the round by the Danish side. They are already 2 times up pretty much across the board. Whoop now a very slow transition, but it should still be okay. There's only Jan with jQuery and Loritz. Supingo is more than half a second behind them.
Yeah, I mean, you can see differences wise. I mean, there's some room for mistakes to perhaps work in favor of Supingo, but he would have to hope Jaker or Loritz to make a mistake. Jan does have to lead by quite a bit heading into this final bobsleigh. Maybe some risks happening, but nothing of the sort really. Everybody following similar lines, so a 2-3-5 for Denmark will do the trick to get themselves on the board, taking up 1-0, well, 0-1 lead, I should say, them playing on the red squad. Appropriate colors for this time. Still one of the things I'm hoping for, that we can set colors for teams, but hey, a man can dream.
Man can dream indeed. Oof. Talk to you later with another pretty slow start. Oh, Jake right now with a mistake, touching the wall on the inside. So that puts Whoop in a pretty tough spot, as Loris is also trailing. Now overtaking Talk to you later pretty convincingly, but Loris needs to catch up about half a second to join the leading trio. He does have slightly more speed, so he will be gaining over this long bobsleigh section. I don't think it's gonna be enough unless Jan and Spingo make some major mistakes in the ice light.
Yeah, it's usually where things would go wrong. Jan, barely stays alive.
Yeah, that was pretty risky line from.
Very
But
much.
Jake Ray actually sniped Talk to You Later in the ice light.
Well,
Damn, that was
It's-
super close.
it's just unfortunate, right? It really came down to that third, fourth spot because of that one tree. It's just that having top tree in your control is what you're looking for. Yes, you're playing with 3 players, right? And it would be beautiful if you can get the ace formation in, but a 1-2, 1 tree is already great for you. Ooh, Tuck to you later with an unfortunate crash there. We're heading straight into the checkpoint as well. But yeah, the only situation where things can get a bit hairy is if you have second and third spot, because then fifth really does matter. I mean, at this point, I don't even think about the numbers, which is nice. It was a different time at some point. But this one is looking a lot better for Denmark. Obviously, tough round number 2. Now in positions 1, 3, and 4. Only Jan currently in between Laurits and Woop. And Spingo also not quite having the momentum to catch up. Once again, that final turn may prove to be potentially profitable, but no, everybody keeps it in between the lines. Looks great. And Laurits does get the first place there. Woop third, Jake Ray fourth, and that's Denmark on the board. Once again, picking up the lead, 1-2, looking to, slowly crawl, or slide their way, I should say, to perhaps evening up the score line for this match.
Yeah, I think they only need to eliminate the mistakes like Jake Ray's crash early on, or whoops, pretty wonky transition round. But that round is pretty much over.
Yeah.
Talk to You Later, even DNFing. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that low bobsleigh line, if you do clip over, it's... Especially with how fast the Danish squad is going off, and I think Spingo is not even pushing that hard anymore. There's not a lot you can do. So, a bit unfortunate, but quick round there. We just need to wait
Quick
for the players to
intermission
cross.
from the match.
Yep. Take it easy for a little bit. Denmark, sliding their way into the finish. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All reds, all points, and another round
all
win.
within 1500s.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Slovenian team right there, but sometimes these rounds they come along. This is playing live. A mistake can happen, but especially with the low bobsleigh, it's very, very punishing. Ooh, Jake Ray with an early mistake this time around though. Bit of a role reversal. Not as tough, as harsh as it was for the Slovenian squad previous round, but 2v3 is always a good way to go.
Yeah, Woop challenging Jan for the round lead. That's a pretty wonky line, and probably will lose out on entry to the next bobsleigh. As you can see, is much slower than Jan, so I think Jan will just run away with it unless he gets a funny transition in the snow, which can completely kill his momentum. Which kinda did.
Somewhat,
Not
yeah.
enough, but kinda did.
Oh, but
and
Woop there.
Woop also two inside of a corner.
What an unfortunate
Laurits.
crash. And that crash...
Laurits almost sniping Jan, but not enough.
Not enough indeed. I was worried a little bit because of Woop's crash right there. It may have been enough for him to get into third place there, but Jake Ray was simply too far behind to really have an impact on the result in the end. Slovenia just picking up the round there, so no harm, no foul in that regard. But could have been a different situation, but hey, that's just something that didn't happen, so I'm not even gonna keep talking about it, because why should I? Why would I? What's the point? In fact, you know what's going on right now? We got 5 players very close to one another. The only one not able to be in the mix of things is Talk to You Later, as Jake Ray Laurits are trying to keep Spingo away from getting past him, and Woop now as well, managing to get a lot of speed into that next bobsleigh sector, and Denmark setting up for an ace.
Spingo lost a lot of speed in the ball right transition, and that unfortunately just completely negates his chances of doing anything in this round. And again, triple 49, almost within the same gap as that one round where Slovenia lost it on the start, and we are moving into the map point with Danish ace.
Yeah, last time around, Slovenia. Similar situation, 4-2. Had to relinquish one round to Denmark before winning it. Curious to see if it'll be a similar
You think the
situation.
script is ready?
Maybe it is. Well, you know what? Jan going quite high does mean that all of a sudden Slovenia's down one player and Denmark
And
is looking on
Lighter's
fire.
also scrambling slightly away. And Spingo is very, very slightly on the bobsleigh wall. I think this is map over. Loritz is very, very far in front. I think he might even be on a very fast time.
Yeah, curious to see. Let's see if I can, there you go, jump on his POV for a bit just to see what he is driving at the moment. Crossing 44.1 for that checkpoint. Will be a 49, but what 49 are we looking at? Point 3. So, great way to close out this map for Denmark. Picking up map number 2, Winter 18 to even up the score 1-1. And we move on to map number 3, and I hope it doesn't crash. It's going to be 09. That is a fun one indeed. You know what? I'll click the button. Let's be silly. We'll actually update the score before going to warm-up. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
No, it's another improvement over Pastor's production. For real, for real.
I know he was talking about it, but I was planning on doing it during warm-up, but he called me out. I'm like, okay, I guess I will do it now. Sure. But now we got our picks out of the way.
Not us casting all the match on 0-0 until map 5.
Yeah. And I try to remind. I try to remind. He knows I do. You know, but unfortunately, he hasn't made it web-based, so I can't just log in myself and do it. You know, that would... But no. I feel caught. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Either ways, 09, very similar to, I believe, previous season as well. 09 was a similar style with the slanted blocks sliding around, except that one was all road. This one does have some dirt mixed into it all, and a bit of a different ending. I think it was 09. I want to say it was or 08 previous season. I don't quite remember.
Couldn't tell you. I don't think I played this campaign.
That's fair. But yeah, 09. I have not checked the times again. This is the first of the random maps. I see Loritz, just going out of his way in his Lightning McQueen skin.
I did check, and wanna guess the difference between top 3 times average for Slovenia and Denmark in this map?
Something to look at.
Do you wanna take a guess?
Wait, what's the time on these? I don't know the time.
No, like the time difference.
Time difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think on a track like this. I don't know, like 2/10, 3/10.
7,000.
7,000. Wow, that is
Between
very,
the top
very
3
tight.
average.
That is very tight. It does feel like a track where that is very, very much possible. I mean, you do have some precision, right? You got the engine off sector as well, but you do see it a lot, right, with green tracks where time differences are very narrow, just simply due to the fact that they're usually shorter, they're simpler in nature, making optimization and faster times, well, all the harder, really, just because of it being as strict as it can be.
Yeah, I think one massive point that we'll be looking at is the very last corner, where going slightly to inside can just give you massive airtime and lose out on a lot of acceleration. But we'll see. We are starting off with Jan Mountain Spingo taking on Dunsta and Loritz. And Loritz is slightly behind the pack. The remaining 5 players are pretty much in sync.
First crash.
Manta crashing.
Maybe
And
enough
as you can
Jan
see,
inside.
Jan inside, almost getting caught up by Dunsta. This is gonna be an interesting overspeed situations on the finish line. I think Whoop jumped into Narnia.
Yeah, he definitely found a detour of sorts, and Definitely went not the way of the finish right there.
No.
Missing out on it
Ooh.
completely. Oh, that's an early mistake right there. I believe that was
That was Supingo, yeah.
Oh, that is unfortunate, Supingo. Yeah, early mistake there. Trying to get the outside line of that
Where's
little bowl.
Whoop going?
I mean, Whoop honestly has been on an adventure thus far. Is finding himself in 5th at the moment, right behind Manta and Jan, looking to get another first place in Dunstey. Keeps his wheels on the floor, but not quite enough. But Whoop on 4th place, overtaking Manta there in the end. Will fully secure the win. It was already there just because of the fact that Manta was simply stuck in 4th place. But eventually ending in 5th will fully seal it there for Denmark. So 1-1, and I mean, you know, this track being not that long will mean we'll be flying through these rounds. Honestly, it's very, very noticeable always on green tracks how fast this can go. 2 mistakes already on the board. We have 4 players left in the running, and both teams having 2 of those on the name. It's going to come down to that final turn once again.
Yeah, and Jan is still going for it. Must Whoop with a backflip line. Doesn't. Oh no, it does actually let Manta
It mattered.
It did matter. Unfortunate,
Oh, no.
very unfortunate mistake from Whoop. Finishing in style, but unfortunately not very effective at securing the run victory, as they let that one go over to Slovenia.
Yeah, honestly, a mistake right there, or maybe you know, a little bit too much swag, clowning on them, which, well, kind of backfired. As this is not looking too good for the Fian squad. I mean, I happen to have the POV of Manta, who already had a bit of a touch,
Yeah.
and Supingo as well. Getting that turn not correct will mean that it is going to be a 1v3. And I mean, Jan even there losing that first place to Whoop, who this time around doesn't flip and instead jumps over into the finish, will mean that we equal up 2-2. And I mean, this definitely feels like one of those, you know, the way the pendulum swings, a nice back and forth between the two, coming down to who is feeling more risky. Oh no, Supingo! You know what?
The second time, yeah,
Doesn't always
second
pay
time
off.
missing that. Yeah, second time missing that angle. Unfortunately, flying off the track. Jan and Manta have some very, very heavy lifting to do now. They are currently occupying the top 2 spots. Manta slightly letting Dunstey in.
Oh, Whoop trying to do.
Whoop is trying to do, but not managing.
No.
Dunstey also, I think, jumped very, very suboptimally in that last corner.
Yeah, it did feel like it did seem like he was slowing down there. Is the lead that he had definitely dwindling because of that jump there. Didn't matter in the end as much as it could have. Fortunately, the rest of the Danish squad was simply too far behind to fully support Whoop there. And it is 3-2 now for Slovenia. Again, that back and forth that I was hoping and predicting is very much coming into full swing. Manta and Jan currently on 1st and 2nd, but Lars and Dunstey very, very close. And actually, Dunstey, great line over the dirt. Does catch up until the outside line, and what a line from Dunstey there. Just all that speed coming across that bump, keeping his wheels on the ground beautifully, and just shoots into the finish line there.
And the pendulum continues.
It does. It should. If this was like tennis, I would be worried about maps like these.
Luckily, there's no tennis in the matchmaking, so we don't have to mimic that.
Nope. Who knows? Maybe spring 2025 we'll have a tennis map.
And 2v2.
Yay. I mean, sometime. Who knows?
Imagine all the trophies and then tennis on top.
Oh, that would be something. Ooh. Bit worrisome there. The pendulum has been swinging and swinging, but that is 2 rounds in a row for Denmark, and at a time where it really matters as well. All of a sudden, Slovenia having to pull out all the stops to win 2 rounds in a row to try and win this map, but it's been a couple of mistakes that's been causing them to lose the battles here. But Lauritz with an early mistake may be enough for them to retake that momentum.
Definitely all on Whoop and Dunstey now to at least catch to Jan. If they cannot do that, then it's already going into the final round. Jan again going for a massive jump line. Whoop trying to snipe him, but won't be able to. And this is a GL situation with 4-4 on the map.
There you go. Good luck in chat. This is for all the marbles. It's already like hoping that, well, both teams probably hoping like, oh, just don't make a mistake right now. Just don't make a mistake, right? Because it's not the pace. The pace is not the question here. It's been the consistency that's been determining these. Well, off we go once again. Whoop, so close to the wall there, but makes his way past and is rewarded for it as well. Driving, well, for a fight for first with Jan at the moment, as the rest is trailing behind. It's coming down to that final turn once again. Jan setting up for the jump. Once more, Whoop staying on the floor. Getting first place, but third and fifth, so bingo on the board as Dunstay was out getting coffee somewhere, maybe. Either way, that is a round for Slovenia. And with that 2-1 on looking good to make their way into, I believe map 4 is 21? 21.
Yes,
Ooh,
21.
Let's get techie.
Let's get techie. It definitely does seem to favor Denmark this time around, more visibly. Only Manta really being the tech player for the Slovenian lineup. But maybe someone can pull off an upset, or Denmark can just crumble under pressure.
Maybe it would be quite interesting to see as well. I mean, as mentioned, right, with champs. I mean, I believe they've 3-time champ. I want to say, if I'm correct, for Denmark, they've won 3 times, maybe 2 or 3. I know it's definitely 2, maybe 3. To have them drop down to lower brackets in the first round already. I mean, Slovenia clearly is looking great. They have the pace, they have the practice, they have the momentum, but it's still, you know, a bit of legacy, I suppose, at this point, knowing that the Denmark squad that we have is very similar to the Denmark squad that has won the TSCC several times in the past, and for them to already be dropping down to the lower bracket as early as round number 1 is a bit of an upset, in my opinion. Again, this is like outside of skill of players individually, but more the status quo that we've seen throughout several years at this point, actually.
We're going for almost 5 years now. Time
Yeah. I believe spring 21 was the first one, which I believe Poland won as
4
well.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was with Forever, that was with Road Taker, that was with, I believe mine was on that one as well, yeah.
Yep. Still unknown at that point.
Yeah. It was very much up and coming. Only jumping in for a couple of maps as well. I remember that distinctly. He was not part of, like, just very specific dirt tracks. Yeah. It's interesting to think how time has flown in that regards. But, you know, we're heading into year number 4, as you mentioned, right, of the TSCC. And honestly, it's still as exciting as it was before. The format may have changed a bit throughout time, but I think the core of what it was started out as and what it is now is still there. It's still present, right? We still have everybody coming in from different countries, different communities to you know, have some fun playing Trackmania. Because I mean, the best thing that we can offer you is a spot on the Liquipedia page. All right, that's the best we can do. Maybe we can find somebody to, like, I don't know. I would say Photoshop it in this day and age. Honestly, we can ask ChatGPT to make you a trophy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He'll misspell everything on it as well. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. You just let us know what the color is, and we'll put in the prompt.
Or get one of those posters from Hector.
Ooh, yeah. Now those are cool. Those are very cool.
Those are cool, yeah.
With that underway, we are on map number 421 on the board, second of our random maps, and we see that Nates has jumped in for the Slovenian squad, and Whoop taking a back seat for this one with Dunstay coming into the fold for the Danish squad. So a little bit of an exchange in terms of who is playing this track. But for the time being, it's a bit of a 2v3. Nate's just unable to really catch up, and I mean, a map like 21, it is very tricky to catch up if the lines are there. Ooh. But you know what? If the lines aren't there, you're like Dunstay. You crash into a wall, and you were out of the running. So Manta firmly in first, and honestly, with the way things are looking at the moment, this is a round for Slovenia. You know, Pingo solidifies it with Lauritz not getting that drift down correctly, allowing Supingo to overtake him quite simply to pick up a round win. So 1-0 currently for Slovenia.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Dunce's mistake just single-handedly swung the round in the other favor. Dunste and Manta will probably be going head-to-head for the round victories. They are by far the two best tech players on each lineups, but Dunste has J-Gray to support him, and Supingo and Nate are a bit less comfortable on the style. So this is gonna be, I think, pretty uphill battle for the Slovenian side.
I mean, this round definitely isn't looking too promising. That mistake from Supingo there, dropping out from top 3, does mean that Manta is left to his own devices. Is driving first place, but unfortunately, you can't win a team-based competition by playing on your own. And at the moment, actually, J-Gray as well, just very much challenging Manta for the first place. I know this final turn, it can be all about that exit speed. Does look like Manta has a little bit of more exit speed, but not enough time to catch up. And so J-Gray and Dunste pretty much seal the deal on the win, bringing up first and third, but Lauritz comfortably in fourth will make it 1-1. Once again, you know, we're evening up the score here. We're really finding that both teams have answers to one another, though, as you mentioned, right, Denmark, on paper, would have the advantage, which, honestly, to me, I'm happy with. It is 2-1 currently for Slovenia, and I love going to a map number 5 myself. Though, map number 5, it's going to be a long one. It's 25.
Yeah, I have to show a bit of favoritism for Manta, as he's using the Onyx car skin. Playing
There you
my
go.
own team.
As you do, as you do.
But this round is actually looking pretty good for Slovenia. Nates is not that far off Manta, who is in the lead. A bit of a recovery for Nates, as he was really struggling in the first two rounds, but now Supingo also moving into third. The Danish squad slightly struggling to find some pace. Oh, Nates with an untimely release. We've lost Supingo somewhere along the way. But Knight still securing the third means that we are again being graced with Slovenian advantage. I'm losing my words.
That's alright, that's alright. I think on the side of Supingo, by the way, there was a little bit of latency, so perhaps something on his side was causing some issues. Fortunate start there as well for him. It will mean that he is not part of this race. Getting a crash into another crash. It's very, very hard to recover from a situation like that. And now as well, Manta out.
Manta got a slowdown on the jump drift entry, and unfortunately he lost all of his speed. So Knight's alone against 3 Danish players. This is a very, very likely ace territory.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot Nates can do about the situation in and of itself. I mean, does have more speed dropping down into the final drift, but I mean, the best he can do is stop the ace from happening. But walls will stop you from doing exactly that. Unfortunately, you're not able to drive through those. No clip mode has not been turned on, and therefore, it is still an ace for Denmark. I mean, the win was pretty much there, but now that is solidified it in a most dominant fashion, 2-2. And once again, we're even Stevens. Once again, not able to fully determine who is the best here. I mean, so far, every map has been quite interesting. None of the teams necessarily walking all over another one. Oh, early mistakes, bingo there. No, and another mistake. Manta hitting the wall. Nate's hitting the wall. No! I mean, Manta, I think the mistake not as detrimental as it was, as Lawrence now as well is falling out of fashion.
But it's still a second behind J-Gray and Dunsta.
Yeah.
I think they will have the call by now and just cruise home with the 1-2 formation.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see they are already releasing a lot. Manta already gained about 2500 stem. Make it 3 tenths in a second, but that's not gonna be enough to let him slip into the lead.
No, that's a simple 1-2 there from Dunstane and J-Gray to pick up the round. Just, yeah, unfortunate round for everyone there, really. I mean, I think Dunstane and J-Gray are like, wait, what happened behind there? Did somebody, you know, like throw down some banana peels, some turtle shells, nondescript stars? Definitely don't want, you know, some certain Japanese gaming company behind me for these statements. You know how they are. Still surprised the fact that there were maps for them in Trackmania, but hey, that's a whole nother thing. I'm getting too distracted. Look at that. I'm missing crashes from Lauritz there. Ay. Well,
Ooh,
either way.
even several crashes from Loris
Yeah.
crashed again.
Ay, well,
That's also with not the greatest of starts, so it's only J-Gray against Manta and Knights at the top. J-Gray really needs the first place and hope that Dunsta does catch up a lot to the lead. And I think Dunsta had to release now, so it doesn't look all too good for him.
oh,
And
yeah.
also now crashing.
Yeah, that pretty much confirms it. I mean, J-Gray, Manta,
Manta
I mean,
led J-Gray, yeah, Manta led J-Gray through, but unfortunately there is no one to support him.
no, and J-Gray also not negotiating that turn correctly, allow Manta to just retake the first place. Felt like Manta was like, yeah, I'll let you take that turn. I'll see how you do. Oh, you didn't make it? Well, I guess I'll just pick up first place. But I don't know. For some reason, that is the way that came over to me. But even then, regardless of, you know, J-Gray's performance there, unfortunately, Dunstane Lauritz just along the way falling out does mean that that is a win for Slovenia. And once again, we're even things up 3-3. I mean, the two Titans right here really unable to, you know, determine who is best, but that's what competition is for. That's the beauty of it. At some point, we're gonna have to determine who is best, and you know what? With a start like that, Manta is left to his own. It is Spingo and Nate's currently falling behind. Spingo's mistake not as big as Nate's, but definitely not in a good position to try and attack the Danish lineup.
Well, I think Spingo just needs to hope for the for mistakes from the Danish side, but 0.3 of a second of a difference is a bit tough to recover on your own without some help from the opponents. And I don't think the Danish have to really push the last corner either, as they don't.
No.
Spingo's gaining on them, but that's way too little, way too big of a gap for the Slovenian to make some impact on the round. And we are moving into the map point for Denmark. Same situation as last map, though Slovenia was able to pick up that one. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, last time as well, it was more about getting the lead in the match. This time around, it's about winning the match. So we'll see if Denmark here will be able to push this to a map number 5 and keep themselves in the match for a tiny bit longer, or if this is Slovenia sending them down to the lower bracket and securing themselves a spot in the second round. For the time being, Lauritz and J-Gray first and third, though Manta and Nates are right behind them on their heels. Oh, Lauritz having to deliver some, well, you know, give some speed away to Nates, it seems, but tries to recover on the drift afterwards. This will be a fight for the end, I believe. We'll determine how J-Gray pushes it here. Oh, J-Gray pushes it hard. Does get it!
Pushes it a lot. Snipes
He had
Manta
to.
in the last corner, and yes, of course he had to.
Oh, beautiful way to finish up map number 4 here. And, well, with that point on the board there, 3-5 will mean that we have a map number 5 left, 2-2, and we move to 25. So this match is long from over. I mean, 25. Talk about a long one. Get ready to sit down. I hope you guys still have some drinks on you, or you got like the tall drink or something, because this one is going for quite some time. And we started on time, right? All right, players were there at 1. They went into it. We came in a little bit later, but even then, this is a long sit, and I don't know what's been going on in the other matches in the meantime, actually.
I think the Turkish match has ended based on Birdie joining our server.
Oh. So it did. Yeah, I'm just
But the rest, I'm not sure.
just taking a look. Yeah, Turkey winning against Estonia 3-1, and I already saw it mentioned in chat earlier on.
Oof.
England won versus Netherlands 2. England won winning that 3-0. So the only other match we have left in Division number 1 is Netherlands 1 versus France 1. I think around the time that we were starting things up, they hadn't started their picks and bans yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if that one is still ongoing. But that's also an interesting one to check out. And then obviously this match right here, Slovenia versus Denmark, to round out our Division number 1 playoffs. Because for those, again, I like to mention these things to those maybe coming in new. From the teams that have entered into the Swiss rounds, which was 21 for this edition, every single one of those teams has been divided across different divisions. So you may not be in Division number 1, you may not hit the top 8 in the Swiss rounds, but depending on your placements, you can still get to Division number 2 or Division number 3 to try and still get a bit of a win out of it against your peers at the level, the division that you reached. Also, for those who are like, man, what is going on? This looks pretty interesting. I'd love to play myself. I mean, be sure to join the Discord of the local Trackmania community that you are a part of, whichever country it may be. And be sure to join the Discord of Fastpoint to make sure that you're aware of when the next edition happens. I'm sure for summer, expect similar timings, about second, third month. Really depends on what the schedule is in terms of tournaments.
Before summer, there's also spring.
Yeah, there's spring. Sorry, we're right. We're in spring. We're still in winter. For some reason, my mind is already in summer. It says a lot about where I want to be.
Yeah. Also, update from the Netherlands-France match. They are in round 6, I believe, and 5 on map number 3 only. And they are equal on map score, 1-1.
Oh. There you go. There we go. Don't think necessarily too surprising. Both teams seeded high in Netherlands 1, seed 1, France seed 3 or 2. I don't quite. I believe it's either Denmark or France is seed 2 or 3, one or the other. Don't quite know the exact order, but yeah, not surprised in the slightest. I think this match in general, also not necessarily surprised that this is a 2-2, but what a way to get to it as well. I mean, both teams honestly showing off the best stuff, and looking forward to see how that goes on 25. Though both teams already losing a player along the way, and we're left with 2v2 Manta and Sapingo versus Dunste and Jake Ray.
When Dunste catching the wall border on the transition into the sausage means that he loses a lot of speed, almost gets overtaken by Loris, his teammate. Two Slovenians in the top 3, only Jake Ray there to try and salvage the round victory for his country. But he has a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
And Manta looks really, really strong in this opening round. Also, one slightly, not bad necessarily, but an inconvenient message for Dunste is that Manta is also doing the no slide on the grass that he was gaining with a lot in the Swiss stage. Ooh, Jake Ray falling away from the truck.
I mean, that
he
ending.
had to push a lot.
Yeah, he was looking to gain as much as he possibly could, but I mean, yeah, as you mentioned, right, Manta just, I mean, his speed throughout that final sector, final 2 sectors really was just pretty much untouchable, even with the risk that he was taking, and the ending as well, having those black platforms, making it quite tricky to see as well, like where it is that you need to exit to land on the next platforms, and Jake Ray kind of exiting off that first platform awkwardly, tilting his car, and with that, the DNF, well, I think he just reset, actually. I say DNF. The reset didn't matter at the end.
Yeah.
Out of the way, that's round 1 for Slovenia. Off to round number 2. Once again, we have 2 players from both teams trailing behind Loritz and Manta this time around. But the role reversal we see is that it's 2 Danish players at the front against Dunste and Jake Ray. But it's Sapinko and Talk to You Later currently on 3rd and 4th. And both kind of somewhat slowing down on the bobsleigh will allow Manta and Loritz to take over.
Yeah, Loritz now in an unlikely fight for the ace opportunity for Denmark. He has about a 10th of a gap to Manta. Manta recovering really, really well. You can see that he is by far the fastest player in his lineup on the track. able to recover from early mistake. But I don't think he will be able to challenge Dunstan and Jake unless they get some wonky transitions, which they don't. Dunstan
No.
even beating Manta's time from round 1.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's also the way things can go sometimes. Be as you mentioned, the transition looking good this time around. No over tilting happening, and with that round going the way of Denmark. The pendulum. I mean, honestly, at this point, I need a pendulum with just the Slovenian and the Danish flag on both sides, right? And just just keep it swinging. We'll see. We'll see where it ends up. At this point, it is pretty much. It does feel like a 50-50 to call who of these two teams will win this. Oh, Spingo, that drift in particular as well is such a it's such an inconveniently placed one as well, with the way the turn is set up, and then having to drift in that as well. Normally those turns can be quite tricky in and of itself, but also placing it in a turn that way just kind of makes it worse than it already is.
Meanwhile, Manta now crushing, and
yeah.
this is a round with pretty much zero history other than Slovenia players rushing all over the place. Dunstan now touching on the outside. Spingo is gone. Talk to you later is even more gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first Slovenian player is 4 seconds behind the last Danish representative.
Yeah, looking like an easy ace in that regard. Just
Easy
mistakes
ace.
happening on the Slovenian side will mean that it's just a point for Denmark. No trouble whatsoever, and it's definitely unfortunate. I think if Denmark does end up winning, I feel like pace-wise both teams have what they need, but it's really been the consistency for the Slovenian squad, because we have seen this Danish ace happen multiple times already, compared to one ace from Slovenia. And I mean, it's not necessarily dominant fashion because they're just that fast. No, Slovenia is as fast as that. It's just been the consistency. It's been the mistakes have just been more prevalent, that despite them winning decisive rounds, puts them in a very awkward position.
Yeah, and it can give a lot of momentum to Danes as well, if they just believe that they can repeat this. Manta with a very, very bad transition into the sausage. Will allow Loritz and Dunstan to take over the top 2 spots, and Spingo and Talk to You Later have some catching up to do. I'll Talk to You Later, that's not the line you want to.
I'm like, what is this line? What is he? Nope, that doesn't work. He saw the polls and he was like, yeah, you know what? Respawn. No, I'm not even driving into those. Let's just respawn, try again, go next. It's yeah, definitely not it. And Spingo, I mean, he's not gonna be able to do anything about the situation on his own. The only thing, again, players can hope for is somehow these transitions not going well, but everybody jumps across neatly and doesn't stay. Once again with a 0.15 there, we'll make sure that the points keep flowing, the pace keeps going, and with that, another round going to way of Denmark. I believe this first time in a while that we've seen a 2-point differential in the middle of a map. We've seen the 3-4s, lead to a 3-5, but it's really been a back and forth. Though, I'm sure it's going to be 2 rounds for Slovenia now. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's only the second time the whole match that we have 3 rounds in a row by one team.
Yeah, at least so.
The other one being the Danish run on map 17. Loritz no crushing will allow Spingo and Manta to breathe a little more calmly, but yeah, Dunstan is there to challenge, definitely. You can see with the snow slide line how much he gains on mostly on momentum over Spingo and Manta, as he now overtakes the lead. He needs Jake to step up slightly more as well. Problem is that Loritz is very far back, I think. Oh no, scrambling with the 2 later. In a pretty tight 1v1 there, literally neck and neck. Dunstan with a very comfortable lead, but
Jake able to gain a lot of speed due to his entry into the bobsleigh, just overtaking Spingo and Manta. And
Oh,
we'll see if he'll be able to keep that momentum throughout the grass, as we see Manta already able to strike back there. And Spingo right behind, maybe coming down to a little bit of pressure, as Dunstane and J. Gray simply need to get this drop onto the platform correctly to finish out the round in their favor. And they do so, and J. Gray actually getting quite closer to Manta along that. So despite Spingo also catching up, it's still going to be a round for Denmark. And after this whole back and forth that we've had, do they not, looking like Denmark will do, as they are on match point 1-4. And oh no, talk to you later. Oh, such an early touch. It's already a 2v3, and it's Manta and Spingo who now have to somehow win this one.
very close on the start. Only 1/10 separating the 5 players. Manta with a very slight lead. It's nothing to hold on to. Oh, Dunstan not getting the best of no slides. And he will fall slightly far behind. About 2/10 back. But the 4 players are just literally driving information. Spingo now losing a bit of momentum. And I think this might be a bit of a too wide of a line. And yeah, Dunstan will sneak into third, and only a Danish mistake can now make this map not end on this very round.
Yeah, I think the bobsleigh in particular has been quite the boon for the Danish squad. It's very rarely that we don't see them take it as fast as they are used to doing, right? It's hardly ever that the touches happen. This has really been the only place that we have seen any and all mistakes, and this time, no such thing will happen. J. Gray with a 118.0 to close things out, as we do see Loritz and Dunstane crossing the finish line right behind another Danish ace. And what a way to finish out this match after a close fight on maps 3 and 4. It is map number 5 that determines it all, with Denmark picking up the win 2-3, sending Slovenia to the lower bracket, where they will have to face off against, well, I'm not sure who is left against them. I believe it is going to be the loser of match 3, but don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. There you go. I've updated it, and that's the only time you're going to see the score, because we're back. Hey! There is no score in this overlay. You can't tell me I updated it. Well, actually, I did. You just saw me do it. But yeah, that's our first round match done. I'm not sure if we still have Netherlands versus France ongoing, which is the only one left.
Yes. Netherlands are currently on match point on map 4. I think they have 3 chances to close it off on map 14, and they do it on the first try.
Oh, there we go. Well, then no need for us to jump in. We'll take that for what it is. And yeah, no, with that, round number 1 is definitely over and dusted. Unfortunately, I don't have a easy overlay for you guys to show what the scores are, but if you're ever curious, there is the schedule command that you can use to check out the schedule for this TSCC. See the brackets for division number 1. You can also find those for division number 2 and 3 via this website, though I don't have the exact links for you, unfortunately. But yeah, no, with this, we have Netherlands 1 facing off against Turkey on round number 2, and England 1 facing off against Denmark in round 2 as well. That is definitely a rematch of, I believe, previous seasons TSCC finals as well. So interesting one to see. Estonia waiting for their opponent. Netherlands 2 also waiting for their opponent. I'm sure the scores will be tabulated in just a little bit. I mean, Idolist, I believe, is not in match as well, so he'll be able to take care of these things. No worries about that. See some other
Estonia will be playing France and Netherlands against Slovenia, but I'm not sure.
Not sure either. Yeah, it's I'll leave that to what it is. A lot of typing is happening as our match results from our other divisions are, I'm assuming, also starting to roll in. I mean, some of those, Russia versus Belgium 2, that is Russia winning that 3-0. Wales against Belgium 1. Wales winning that 1 3-0. Belgium not having a good day thus far. France 5 losing against Czech Republic 1-3. Well, we just have our Netherlands 1 France 1 match posted in here as well in the best channel of the Discord, the TSCC match results. Do not dare to mistype your match result, because people will see it immediately and they will flame you for it in the most kind way possible. And Romania, Germany also coming in 3-1. Romania winning that one. So I think for now, as our round number 1 is rounding out, we will be taking a little break before we get into round number 2. We're still waiting for the matches to actually be tabulated, so whichever one it will be, you will be able to find out on this channel. There's also plenty of POVs to be found on Twitch. I am positive that they are there. If not, post it in the Discord, then definitely find them just in the Twitch directory and you should be good to go. So yeah, let's take a little break and we'll catch you once we are ready for round number 2. Don't go too far, and see you in a bit.
Now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrow, but I love that
Visions of you.
come closer. Closer. Visions of you. 9:30 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste.
Visions of you. it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. Maybe, oh, maybe I'm indecisive. Maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. It's all too late. It's all too late. All too late. It's all too late. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground. Touch the ground. Oh, I touched the ground. Touch the ground. Touch the ground. I can't seem to make up my mind about us. Make up this time for us. Make up my mind about us. Yeah, but believe me, I tried. I don't know why I couldn't make this work. But believe me, I tried. Now it's all too late. Now it's all too late. All too late. All too late. Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground.
Close your eyes. close your eyes.
When forever finally ends, all our promises are broken. No more fights to pick up the pieces. I left you with the parts of me I don't wanna see you again. Don't wanna write any more of our story, 'cause I know how it is. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better when love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. I just keep crying when I hear your name. Kissing her just sparked a flame. I took you for granted, and you did the same. I wish I never said those things. Taking your love is mine to keep, 'cause now you're my biggest regret, and it's not even a secret. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight.
And we are back. Round number 2 is about ready to get kicked off. Round number 1 just finishing up. And yeah, we got another banger for you guys. Netherlands versus Turkey. This is the round 2 winners bracket. And I'm excited to see. I mean, both teams coming out winning 3-1 against their opponents. Netherlands winning against France. Turkey winning against Estonia. And yeah, now the two are facing off against one another. How are you feeling about this one, Key?
Considering the players in the Netherlands lineup, I think the fact that we are being graced by the pick and ban with 2 ice maps is not very good for them. They are very technically oriented, as can be evidenced by their pick of map number 13. We have a bit of a curveball thrown by Turkey, which is picking the full ice map as their
Right.
own preference, and then randomizer just gave us map 18 as map number 3.
There you go.
I think
Let
it's
me
gonna be a
just-
close one. I think a very probable scenario will be a 3-2 either way, with Turkey picking up maps 1 and 3, but of course that has to be still proven on the server.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I think 24 being a pick. Netherlands did play this one against France during Swiss, and they were unable to match it. There, or was it England? No, it was against England, and yeah, England won. And yeah, that definitely was looking very favorable for the Dutch squad. Also due to some mistakes happening on the English side, but I mean, Turkey does love these types of maps. I feel like in general, just throughout TSCC history, I can say at this point. Similar maps to these. I mean, we've seen, well, now ice, but also watery wheels tracks has been quite favorable for the Turkish squad. I know, yeah, Birdie, Hoopa BB are two of those that just love to drive these types of tracks. But we're about ready to get into it. Good luck, have funds have been exchanged. Hopefully I got the colors right. Yes, I did. Let's go. 50-50. Get them right every time. I should go do some roulette after this. But for now...
You know who didn't get the colors right?
Oh, I saw it.
Uba Bibi.
Uba Bibi, no! What are you doing? Well, you know... That's gonna be a redo. Teams are being called out by Huso. And yeah, I mean, this one is... yeah, keep it up. Just making
Keep
sure.
it that way. Oh,
I don't mind. I don't mind getting
2 minutes warm up.
Yeah. I think maybe faster. Skip round, but
It would have been, yeah,
yeah.
much faster skip round, but
For now, we'll have another 2 minutes to think about the situation, reflect on our actions, and determine whether or not you know, this has any impact on the match whatsoever. For now, UBB is playing in the red colors, so that has been resolved, but we're gonna have to wait for a little bit more. I think for the players on the Dutch side right now to take the field, Timmy, Marijntje, and Pug. I think all three players pretty much, yeah, the Pug himself, the dog coming out. Tiny little dog coming into, you know. I'm not sure if that was the inspiration, but either way, it's a name. Usually bobsleigh quite big on his end, but I mean, you know, ice and bobsleigh at this point are pretty much separate, despite them being comprised of ice. You know, it's still water, frozen. But I'm not surprised that he still takes the field in these. He is definitely one of those players that does favor these types of surfaces. But even then, he has been cooking quite hard on this campaign. I don't have the times in front of me right now, but I want to say on most tracks he is the fastest player on the Dutch squad.
verify that. Some information if I I'm in comparison.
This is coming on the test, guys.
Yeah, on most of them he is the fastest.
There you go. Yeah, I think
24. Top 17 world on 24.
No. Only something to expect. I think with him, it's really been, he is great at hunting records in rounds. His consistency, if I were to, give it a score from 1 to 10, I'd say it's around a 7.5, right? Definitely able to clutch up some rounds when necessary, but it's one of those, either he's in first or he's in last. There's really no in between in that regard, in most situations. But for now, it does look like we have our teams correct. We will be on the red side alongside Droga and Bira, who currently is way behind, unable to get the slide down.
Yeah, Birdie tried to keep the ice slide on the platform, and I don't think that's gonna work most of the time. Going sideways on platform will probably lose you all of your speed.
Yeah. Hard to say you're wrong on that. Oof, that is very tough. I mean, that turn in particular, yeah. So easy to lose the gear there.
This respawn now is just misery for him, and he's gonna let Timmy even go into the 5th position. Poch leading from Droga, and then Marańcze on third wins. This is gonna be a pretty convincing run victory for Netherlands in a round filled with mistakes.
Yeah. I mean,
As you can
it's
see,
round
there are
20.
Still only 3
What?
finishers.
How is Timmy's 4th after all this? Great round, guys. Great round. 10 out of 10.
Great round.
But yeah, it's I mean 24. I mean, I did argue this one with Pat, certainly that was inclined to agree. I want to say the hardest ice track in campaign we've had. It is very noticeable. It's definitely some of these turns that are very easy to mess up. I mean, this turn in particular, right? You got the watery wheels, very easy to slide out, and not only that, it's the exit as well due to the slope evening out, and then the second drop down in here, slowing down a lot, losing your gear because of the penalty snow in general, and then also having to get such a tight slide to the right as well is very common. Yeah, so common. And this one, I mean, only Huba alive at the end of this onslaught of ice slides, and Puch and Timmy's surrounding the Turkish player to the finish line. Nice little escort to there, but missing his teammates to pick up a win. And thus far, this pick from Turkey not really paying off for them.
Not going well, but Turkey is just making too many mistakes. We saw Babibi slide out, we saw Birdie's interesting 90-degree line. We saw Droga's very early mistake previous round. Now avoiding this, so we finally have a tighter round on our hands. With Babibi losing the pack.
Yeah, solid drift there as well. Just taking a little bit of the penalty snow, but not enough for him to actually slow down, which has catapulted himself into first, and unable to fully convincingly keep that up throughout the third checkpoint there will mean that he falls down into third. And at the same time, we did catch it on stream, Birdie fully crashing into one of the poles. Does mean that it's BB only left.
Clipping Droga also clipping the inside fence.
Yeah.
The slow right-hander after the snow downhill, and both very convincingly taking the victory again in front of Huba Bibi. But first, third, and fourth for Netherlands.
This is a tough start right now for Turkey to already be down 3-0 as quickly as this, and also because of the mistakes happening on their end. We haven't really seen what a clean round looks from Turkey.
And we're not gonna see one from Netherlands either now, with Timmy's making a very early mistake, sliding out a bit too wide and hitting the outside wall. But Droga and Huba Bibi falling slightly behind the rest of the pack. So we the hope for Turkey is that Biro wins the round.
Yeah, duel with both now. See how slide onto the plastic is, straightening out the car, does retain first place still. And I mean, both currently in a hard duel. Huba Bibi as well in a duel with Marańcze, but Huba Bibi exiting out of the ice a bit earlier, but Marańcze with a bit more speed, they're able to overtake. And so with Puch also winning the duel right there, that is the round for the Netherlands. Pretty much became a 1v1 in both sides, and either when I think should have gone the way of Turkey for them to actually get the W there, but unfortunately unable to make it happen. 4-0 for the Netherlands, looking to pick up map number 1 here with a 5-0, just like that. Though Marańcze with an early mistake there. This is exactly the crack in the door that Turkey needs to get their foot in.
Yeah, but Droga is also falling slightly more behind, so it's turning into a 2v2 at the front. Biro very slight lead over the rest of the pack. But that exit was nodded, and Puch and Huba Bibi will now overtake the lead in a 1v1 of their own.
Timmy's having to respawn though.
Yeah, he had a unfortunate slide out. This round is pretty much over now with Timmy's and Marańcze gone from the contention.
Yeah, it took a bit of time, but Turkey getting themselves on the board and, well, are going to have to look for a reverse sweep at this point to still win their map. Though this one came at the hands of mistakes from both Timmy's and Marijntje. So again, what does a clean round look like from the Turkish squad? Why did they pick 24? I'm still not seeing the answer, and I mean, we are on round number 6. This is a bit too deep to still be asking this question. And I think right now it's just been a bad pick. Though Marijntje, once again, same mistake, hitting the sign, well, the fence on that ice slide, that first ice slide. And once again, it's going to be a 2v3, and again, Turkey having the advantage here. Netherlands unable to put themselves to even be in a position to close this one out.
The pace as well, as you see 3 players in the top 3. Babybina with not the greatest of right-handers, but that's still well and truly enough to be ahead of Marijntje, who's trailing very, very far back. Brady and Droga hoping to keep up their lead. They have about 2 times of an advantage over Timmy's and Pach. And Timmy's with a very bad exit wins this another Turkish round.
Yeah.
You were asking how does a clean
Yeah.
round look like in Turkey?
Is this the answer?
They delivered a very clean one. I want to say the previous one was also relatively clean. They just had one slightly wide exit from ice.
Yeah.
I don't remember anymore which player was it in the 54s, but yeah, 253s and a 54 is a big improvement over their pace from the previous rounds.
Definitely. Oh. And the rounds give if the round take if Huba Bibi crashing into one of the fences there. Oh, Birdie getting so close to the wall as well. I think he actually released for a bit there, allowing Timmy's to overtake. But Timmy's going way too high, having to respawn, sees it coming, and I mean, after that onslaught of first slides, it is going to be Bira and Droga right now on second and third, and Marijntje on first. So Marijntje desperately wanting to hold on to this first place, hoping that Puk can keep off the fourth, and it's really going to come down to fifth. And Bira sliding out now as well. This may actually already be enough. Yeah, and Puk now as well. Doesn't have the speed to overtake Droga, but doesn't need it. Marijntje on first, Puk on third, and that is the map going the way of the Netherlands. Turkey definitely getting into it in rounds 5 and 6, definitely looking very nice. And unfortunately, round number 7 here wasn't quite it. Just too much inconsistency happening on their end for them to really take full advantage of the pace that they can show here. And it is the Netherlands who are able to pick up map number 1. And now they get to play on their map pick, number 13.
Yeah, full tech map. I think this is gonna be pretty easy task for Yavzo and TOC in particular. Two very, very experienced tech players. Against, I don't think they really have an opposition like that on the Turkish side.
No,
So
no.
it's definitely Netherlands map to lose.
I'm inclined to agree. I mean, 13 has been a favorite during the Dutch tournament played a bit earlier on campaign tracks. Many teams picking into this one, and many teams just very, very competitive here. So not surprised in the least to see this one be one of the picks of the Netherlands squad. And yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, I think with Jussi and Yasso on the team, that's already a nice recipe for a 1-2 combination on their end. We do see Demir at the moment driving warm-up for Turkey. I think this is his first time playing TSCC, unless it's a previous player who changed his name. Curious to see how he is feeling right now on 13 here. I mean, also already warming up, making sure that his wheels are nice and warm. I'm sure there's some maintenance of stuff going right in this game. It's like Formula 1. It's the same kinda, not really same cars, right? No,
Yeah, just slightly more optimized to drive on loose surfaces.
Exactly. It even changes forms sometimes, but not in this campaign. One of the big things as well, right, with this campaign, previous campaigns were very much about introducing the old cars in a new world. And this campaign has been full stadium, and I while I do like the fact that the cars have been introduced, I know in general people want, you know, different surfaces or different car styles to be in, like Lagoon, like Canyon, and I hope this will keep going. It is nice to see a campaign without any other card, simply due to the fact that I think everybody who came into 2020, who has been playing 2020, is like to play Stadium, right?
Yeah.
So it is good to see a full campaign on that, and it's also allowed some of the older styles that were present in campaigns to make a return. I mean, we have more tech in general. We have the full speed, we have the NASCAR last season, not this season, if I remember correctly. But yeah, just a bit more of those styles that we are used to, and it does allow these teams as well to pick into the style that they've grown and love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is time. We are off, and we have some exchanges happening on both sides. Huso and Demir on Turkey jumping on to the track alongside Bida. And Yasso and Yossi joining Marijntje on map number 13 here. This is a pick from the Netherlands, who are up 1-0. We're able to win map 24, which was picked by Turkey. So for the time being, the advantage is in their favor, but that the only way that would be pretty much sealed is if they win their map pick. And for the time being, Yossi doing a phenomenal job just keeping Huso away at each and every turn from that first place, and Demir trying to get the snipe there at the end, but Yasso still managing to get third place. So a round for the Netherlands right there. It's definitely a interesting one because the pace so far looking good, but Yossi, he was doing a phenomenal job just keeping him away.
Yeah, that was a bit of a slow start to the round by the Netherlands, but there's so many mistakes right now happening. I don't know if I can finish my thought.
Very much.
Huso, Birdie, and Yossi all touching the wall within the first 8 seconds of the track. What I wanted to say is that the start of the round was fairly slow for the Dutch squad, other than Yossi being in front. But Yasso was able to pick up space in the second half and actually sniped the mirror as well on the finish line. But yeah, this round was pretty much over when it started.
Yeah.
2 Turkish players. Yossi making a mistake won't matter that much. He even recovered into third.
Yeah,
But yeah. Massive crash by Birdie, and also Huso made this round pretty impossible to win for Turkey.
Yeah, as you said, right over before it even started, really, which is unfortunate. But this start as well, very typical to to any tech track start, really, right? Having this either precision turnaround, getting into gear 4, and just exactly getting through. Yeah, it's a classic, but it often leads to mayhem. Just because of that. Ooh, Yasso with an unfortunate touch there along the way will mean that it is going to be a 2v2. Huso and Yossi currently in a duel, and Bida, well, not necessarily in a duel, but ahead of Marijntje. So if Huso is able to overtake Yossi here in the end, that may be enough. Yossi crashing, in fact, you know what? Doesn't even need Huso and Bida overtake. A 1-2 right there from Turkey to pick up round number 3. Making that the Netherlands isn't able to get away too far for the time being. Still 1 round ahead. But yeah, unfortunate mistake right there at the end. And I mean that turn at the end as well. Oh, it's so good to see in a format like this where players will be pushing it, and you know it is so easy to hit those walls then.
Yeah, and it's also very, very easy to, because if you overshoot the drift slightly, you just lose grip and fly into the wall, not even touching it. Just fly almost outside of the track. Huso now making a mistake on the drop down drift, and Bira and Demir are scrambling slightly behind the Dutch players. Yossi is very comfortably in front, and I think he's gonna pick up the 6 points. Marijntje with an unfortunate inside whip, but yeah, Yossi Yasso top 1 and 2. Yossi with a .69, nice.
Indeed. And I mean, you know, the 6 points for the 69, I think, is very appropriate in the 3-1 for the Netherlands with that. And yeah, despite the mistake from Marijntje, it didn't affect the scoreline overall. Ronaldo denied. I mean, the memes are being thrown out there by Maranch and Vieira. Honestly, they are on point.
They're very on point. I think Husa is a bit distracted by that, or at least confused, as he asked before, what is that?
Yeah. It's, I mean, definitely not something you want to be, like trying to Google or something while you're in race. And I think he was distracted a little bit there, hits the wall. And with that, is stuck in 6th place, definitely out of it for this round. Looking very favorable for the Netherlands. Only Beta currently in top 3, and even then, getting very close to the wall. Does keep it in, but stays in 3rd place. Yossi once again driving first. I mean, not surprised. I mean, Yossi, fastest player on this track. Van Persie now as well. We're just naming players. All the football players are getting mentioned here. Surely one of them will play Trackmania, right?
Surely. I've seen this one being called Rooney before, but Van Persie is a new one for me.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, he's maybe testing it out, right? Just testing the water, see if it'll float. I think Beta there with an early mistake there as well. Maranchina also hitting the wall, so we're gonna go and do a 2v2. Huso and Demir. Well, Huso, there's a lot of casualties on this one.
Yeah, I think also more appropriate than calling it a 2v2 is calling it a Yossi in front by himself, and then whatever happens behind him. His
Pretty
driving
much.
0.7s, like, spot on.
Yeah, there was really not a lot Turkey could do about this. That was a 5-1, and honestly, they're pretty much no match right there. Turkey had slight odds to hope for maybe more mistakes along the way, but honestly, the only round that the Netherlands dropped was because Jussi crashed on the ending, and that's it.
Yeah.
Every other time, he's been just driving first place, and yeah, as you mentioned, right, those 0.7s, 0.6 just coming out like they're nothing.
Metronome 0.7.
Yeah.
Pretty mental pace for
Definitely.
this match.
So yeah, we'll move on to map number 18 now, and I mean, whew, I would be surprised if Puck doesn't play now. Yeah, there he is. I was about to say.
He's already on here.
This is his playground. Definitely with the first random map being this, and not just that, this being the first opportunity for the Netherlands to win the match as well, as they're leading 2-0. Turkey, I think, is going to be very, very worried, need to take it right now to avoid an early drop down into the lower bracket. But you were mentioning earlier, right? Map 3 does look pretty good for Turkey. No, again, I don't have the time.
On paper, Netherlands is still the faster team, but you know, consistency might matter here, and I'm not sure how confident on the style Yatsu and Yusu will be. I'm a bit surprised to see them two playing, but I see driving a 49 in the warm-up. Very respectable. This line is not very fast, you see, I don't think. I'm not sure if you saw that on some
He did something interesting, yeah.
He did a 360 going out of the first top slate.
I want to say that ain't it now. Maybe that's the new grip, the 360 grip. Who knows? It is some form of ice. That's how I like to say it, just to frustrate the bobsleigh players out there. What I get for not being good at bobsleigh. But hey, that's my issue. I do like the flyover cameras of the Cam 7 here, giving us a nice overview of bobsleigh. I mean, bobsleigh in general, right? And from a perspective, like from a viewer's point of view, look kind of samey at times, right? Because there's not a lot happening in regards of if they are in the turn, they're pretty much there, right? There's not really a lot you're going to be able to do. It's all about that entry and how much speed it is you are able to, conserve throughout those turns. That will determine it here. But 18 as well.
Unless you are able to min-max the steering percentage and just randomly gain 10 speed over everyone else.
No, exactly.
That can also happen.
See though. Well, so we are live, round 1 on map number 3. We have our first crash happening there, Beta, into one of the walls. And the Netherlands on a warpath at the moment to win this match.
He drifted straight into it. Yussi with a massive overspeed of the jump transition and will overtake Poch as they are too. They're occupying the top two spots. I'm using my words again. Demir trying to combat that, but Poch with a very, very nice snow avoidance line, and I don't. If only the ice side could stand in the way of his victory. But yeah. Netherlands will pick up the ace in the first round, showing a very, very strong statement.
I think that that is definitely appropriate of a Messi indeed, with that 49s and a 50 from Yavso. Solid driving there. I mean, even with the mistake from Bira, I don't think it would have impacted the results that much. Just a great round there being driven by the Netherlands. And oh no, the low bobsleigh takes victims once again, both Huba and Bira finding themselves slowing down there. And Demir left on his own. Yussi and Puch right behind him like, hey, what are you doing here, man? Where are you going? You know, what's going on? What's happening? You got you. Demir's like, just leave me alone, man. I just want to drive. I know I lost. I don't care. Let me drive. I mean, he's driving fast, though. He's just missing his team.
How much of that is just Netherlands saving?
Yeah.
Because they can?
They can, indeed.
Oh, they are still going for the ice light, and Puch nearly missing the finish line of it.
Yeah, I mean, Yavso was there to recover if needed, but yeah.
Yeah. That was very dicey from the very first bobsleigh for Turkey.
Definitely. See if able with Cam 7 to fully see everyone heading their way into it across the wood onto the bobsleigh. And a strong start for the Netherlands right there, first, second, and third. But only slightly as Jussi does touch the wall there. That's unfortunate. So
that's also a very minuscule mistake. Just slightly touching the wall and unfortunately lose a lot of speed. Oh, Demir is going pretty scenic route.
Yeah.
Even gets overtaken by Yussi with a lot of speed coming out of the wall transition. Yeah, Bach and Yavzo very comfortably in front, over almost half second ahead of Huba Bibi. It's again only their mistake can save Turkey right now.
Yeah, once again going for that ice slide there, and Puff there with a 0.2. He's just chilling. I feel like he's driving fast times, but I feel at the same time he's just chilling. He's just doing what he needs to do.
He is the Yossi of 18.
Exactly. I think that is a very, very appropriate way of describing that. So yeah, Turkey still looking for any foothold really in the match. It's none of the tracks have it in their favor, and it does seem to come down to consistency. So many mistakes have been happening.
A slightly slow start to the run by Yavso, and Yussi will allow Birdie and Babibi to at least have some footing in the round, but the Demir is struggling a lot. He's lost a lot of speed in the wall transition, and I will let Yossi and Yavso both through. And unfortunately, that means for Turkey that they need to snipe the run victory away from Poch, which doesn't seem very likely. Unless Yossi or Yavzo makes a mistake. Demir going for a safe line on the bobsleigh means he's absolutely not able to snipe either of the Dutchmen on the finish line, and I think this is a match point and match point. And 49, oh yeah.
My gosh, where is he getting the speed? I'm waiting for the 48 now to come, because he's clearly, like in the zone right now.
He's feeling it, yeah.
4-0 on the board, match point for the Netherlands. It would take a miracle at this point for Turkey to pick up the W here.
It would, definitely, especially with a very, very early mistake. And,
yeah.
Tough task ahead of Birdie and
for now as well. Yossi and Puch first and second, quite some distance away from Bibi and Beta as well. So not going to be able to make something happen here on this bobsleigh. So it's going to have to come down to that final bobsleigh section, which so far has been going quite well for Puch. I mean, Jussi does relinquish his second place to Hoopa BB, but the results don't change. The win still goes the way of the Netherlands. A 5-0 win on map 3, 18. I definitely agree with you, Yoshi, on that. Definitely an unlucky one. As, well, pretty much... Well, 24, 18, both involving ice again. I'm trying to avoid the fact that they're both ice, because they're not, I know. Yeah, Netherlands just showing off how strong they are on these types of tracks, and yeah, Turkey kind of getting caught with their pants down there, with seemingly just the consistency, the preparation not being there whereas they need it, as my doorbell is just being rung, so you can talk about what happened for the rest. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so very unfortunate for Turkey. Yeah, getting 18 against Netherlands, against Poch, and Jussi in this form was not the ideal scenario for Bira and his friends. I'm looking to see if we have any more results coming in, but I think this is the first match that has ended. I'm gonna try and jump into the other upper bracket match to check out how this one is going, to give you a bit of a radio cast. As we seem to be on map number 4 of this match, which is map 23.
I hear we have another match on our hands.
Yeah, I joined the England versus Denmark.
Ooh.
They are on map 4. I'm not sure who is leading.
Sure, we can get that information.
Yep.
Let me see. There you go. If you let me know when it's safe to join, I will join.
Unfortunately, the round just started, so
we'll wait a little bit.
it's gonna.
Who's which color?
England is red and Denmark is blue.
Okay.
And England is winning 2-1 in the match, and also 3-2 on the map that we're playing right now.
Ooh.
But it's probably going to be a round pickup by the Danish squad. Ooh, as I say that, Jake Ray just face planted the tree.
Oh no. Chaos.
Chaos ensues. Oh, and Dunstan now crashing. Yeah, this is gonna be a round victory for England. Oh, what is going on? I cannot seem to gather it correctly. You can join now.
All right. Well, clicking in.
It might be just for one round, because England just now moves on to match point. And Epos looks to be very, very strong on the map. What a surprise.
I think indeed we none of us were surprised at the fact that you said what you just said. Epos being strong on a map, surely. Yeah, we have visuals. We are in. I have the score updated, but as you mentioned, it could be over just like that. Yeah, 2-4 in favor of England. Yeah, Epos and Idol is looking strong. I mean, what is it? The fragile could prove to be a boon, and even then the ending. But I know Epos has played this one as well during the Swiss, and yeah, the position he was in then is pretty much the position he was in now. No changes whatsoever in that regard, and I mean, we're pretty much already at our second last checkpoint, and
yeah, there were massive mistakes by the Danish squad earlier on in the round. I saw in the previous rounds some mistakes from Lord Quack and Idol in the very, very last corners. Idol getting a landing bang and a slowdown. Now crashing into the wall, but Epos and Lord Quack, like, look at this. Epos driving 55-71. That's
ludicrous.
mental.
So yeah, no, that was quick and easy. There we go. Put it on the board. Won the free win for England 1. So that means that the Netherlands will be facing off against England. A rematch of Swiss round number 3 will be on our hands. So, and curious to see how that one will go. Last time around, that was the Netherlands winning it against England, I believe 3-1. if I remember correctly. And we'll see which one of the two teams will be able to secure themselves a spot in the grand finals. So they will be ready for tomorrow to just play only one match. I mean, it's a good way to end day number 1, knowing you're going to be second at least. Obviously, first place is still the goal, right? Teams are still looking to become this edition's champion, but hey, whatever can help you put yourself in the best position possible, you take.
Yep. We've also had results from other matches.
Ooh.
Both the bracket matches have already ended. With Slovenia taking a 3-0 victory over Netherlands 2, and France taking a 3-0 victory over Estonia.
Ugh.
So we will see France against Turkey, I believe, and Slovenia against Denmark again.
Yeah, I believe you are right on that. So yeah, that's curious to see how that'll go. But yeah, with that already having our first two teams say goodbye to, I think Slovenia, Netherlands too. Not surprised Slovenia able to win it there. They're looking very, very strong. Barely losing out on Denmark to drop down to the lower bracket. So Netherlands was already in a bit of a bad spot, and well, now they're not in the spot at all. And yeah, Estonia, France won. Also a situation where Estonia, I think you're facing off against France one. That is just, I mean, you have Lufok coming up against you. You've got Chamau coming at you, right? It's like, what am I doing? Just already these two, and you're already in a world of hurt. So not too surprised, but at the same time, it's always a shame to say goodbye to our teams as we move along. So yeah, no, I think that for us at least, our round 2 is done. Round number 3, very obvious for us what we'll be looking at. It's going to be the winner bracket finals, not the grand finals. Winner bracket finals between Netherlands 1 and England 1. I'm sure Div 2, Div 3 matches may still be ongoing, but each bracket will follow its own, how far everybody is. So we don't have to, we don't need to wait on other matches to happen. Similar to with Swiss, right? With Swiss, we gotta have to wait. That's just how Swiss works. But now we have a bit of time. So yeah, I think now is a good time as any to again take a little bit of a break. As you can see, I have gone through my glass of coffee, and I need to get a refill. And then you guys do as well. Go for it. See you guys in just a little bit. Once again, enjoy the tunes and get ready for round number 3, Netherlands versus England.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
don't wanna see you again. Don't wanna write any more of our story, 'cause I know how it is. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better when love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. I just keep crying when I hear your name. Kissing her just sparked a flame. I took you for granted, and you did the same. I wish I never said those things. Taking your love is mine to keep, 'cause now you're my biggest regret, and it's not even a secret. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. Isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules then. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight.
I'll be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you send me a light? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you send me a light? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. I don't wanna think about it every day. You know that you kinda wanna feel the same way. So much time, you just had to pretend. I've been so lost, I just wanna run away. Run away, run away right now. I gotta go, I'm wasting my attention. You've been on my mind, I could touch the sky. Starless, I'll be running up and down, trying to think about you all the time. I don't really need to apologize. I know that you like it. I'll be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it.
Every day I want your touch, and every
And there we go. Welcome back, everybody, to our final round for today of our TSCC Winter 2025. Once again, joined here by Key to bring you our conclusion of the winner bracket and the way things have been going. It's going to be the Netherlands versus England to determine who gets a spot in the grand finals. A repeat of Swiss round number 3. Both teams facing off against one another, and Netherlands coming out on top in that one. I'm sure they have learned from their picks and bans. I have not fully compared them. I haven't been, like cooking for them in that way, but I'm sure that after the loss that England has suffered, that they have changed the way they've gone. And interestingly enough, first map that they're going into is 19, going for the full speeds right there, where we initially were like, not quite sure if that is the one, but it's been working out quite well for the England squad.
Yeah, I know Ipo's been hunting this map very early on in the campaign, trying to get better at full speed, along his competitor Josh, who does have a world record on the map. I'm a bit surprised to see this being picked. Maybe I'm just not familiar with Ryan's and Lord Quack's FS game.
Yeah, I know when we saw them play on this one earlier on, it turned out to work out quite well in their favor. So perhaps there is some hidden mojo that they weren't aware of until playing them in rounds. But yeah, they picked into it. They decided, you know what, this is it. Let's go for it. I believe last time around was 14 that they picked against Netherlands, and that didn't really work out.
Well, and 14 is now gonna be the decider map if we go that long. Or no, sorry, messed up the match. Anyways, this round started off very, very nicely for England. Pretty much in the top 3 positions from the very start of the map, and yeah, Ipos will cruise home to secure the round victory for England with an early ace. And 0.6 is fast. 0.6 away from world record. 0.7 actually. It's really fast, and also all 3 of English players in the 46s.
Yeah, solid times driven there. I think they may have, based on previous results, felt like, let's get this one on point. I mean, I think it's a good pick as well to have underway. Not a lot of teams necessarily having the full speed hard hitters on there, and I think definitely in a situation against Netherlands, also not having players on the squad that are heavy on full speed. I want to say Jussi is the fastest, if not Pug, on the team. Oh my word, but with things like that happening, yeah. Everybody just crashing. We're left with 3 players. It's Ryan, Lord Quack, and Pug, the only ones in contention. And I mean, Lord Quack has been on first place for pretty much all of this, and with Ryan now as well, picking up second across Pug. That is going to be a round win for England. I've mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. It's very odd to say my name in this context, because I know it's not me, but I'm saying my name. Either way, Ryans are fast. I know it. That's just how it goes. As long as it's not Brian. We don't like Ryans. There's a whole history. I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
Either way, what we'll get into is round number 3. And so far, England's looking very strong.
Yeah, very, very strong first round in the second one. Epos risking the wall right slightly too much, but Stigma was there to cover his mistake. And now Epos is looking to return the favor by going hand in hand with Lord Quack again.
Ooh,
And
crash.
someone flew, and that was
Yossi, yeah. Yeah, Pugh and Marijntje, the only two still left standing. Marijntje needing to get that build focus in, but for the time being, finds himself in 4th place. Epos and Lord Quack on 1st and 3rd, as those look like changing of positions will not be the case. We see multiple 46s coming out, though. But Epos there with a 0.7 secures a 1st place, 6 points going this way, and Quacked on 3rd. Does mean that is going to be another round for England. And yeah, so far, no real contest thus far from the Netherlands. They seem to just not be able to match the consistency right now that the England squad is throwing out. Though, you know what? An early touch from Epos controlled that all out of the water. Thank you for proving me wrong once again, any and all players.
Saving grace for this mistake is that it happened just before the booster section. So Epos is back on speed. He's only 7 times behind the leading Lord Quack, so he's still in contention to do some damage in a round. Especially as Yossi is going slightly slow. We might see Epos not in last place in a second, but yeah, Lord Quack again. Looking to salvage Epos's mistake, although that was very, very close to the wall on the right. Oh yeah, Lord Quack driving 8.7,
Yeah.
and Ryan and third is enough to... Yeah, Epos went super, super close to Yossi, just 100 behind him. Unfortunately, still finishing in last place, so Epos so far finished first, last, first, and last.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you gotta make a statement, all right? I mean, you gotta be the best at something, and if you're best at last or best at first, doesn't matter. You're the best, kind of, 50% of the time. I think that's how it works. Either way, another shot, another opportunity, 4-0 currently for England, and yeah, they're looking to clean this one up relatively quickly. Once again, fast start from Lord Quack and Epos there. And Pugh and Marijntje just trailing behind. I mean, 1/10 on a full-speed track like this, honestly, is miles away. Hoping for a mistake is the only thing the Dutch squad can do, but honestly, I don't think there's a lot that can happen in this situation. So 13 will be the next map looking to go to. Netherlands will have to retake some points there, as thus far they haven't been able to win a singular round. And I don't think it's going to be as easy as they had against Turkey, their 13. I mean, Yossi, we saw just doing a phenomenal job there, but now you have to deal with Epos. And you know he's gonna make sure that the pressure is on Yossi, that he needs to perform, because otherwise he's just gonna take over.
Yeah, although you could say that Epos on tech is not his strongest style.
No.
But yeah, I'm still expecting a good fight.
Yeah.
One thing to also keep in mind from the fact that, like, from the match that they had in the Swiss stage that you mentioned, is that Yavzo was missing for this one, so it is a slightly stronger Netherlands squad as well.
Yep.
And you see Epos saying that I shouldn't touch too much. It's covered by our cameras, but yeah, this chat message exactly proving my point with Epos on tech.
No, it's I mean, at the end of the day, it is a pick from the Netherlands, so I mean, they are coming out a lot harder. I mean, as you mentioned, right, Yavzo not available during Swiss, is here for playoffs, and we've seen that in other teams as well, right, where they're not able to necessarily bring everybody for the Swiss, maybe due to scheduling or anything of the sorts, but for playoffs, all of a sudden, right, it makes total sense. It's all hands on deck. We gotta go for it, try to win some wins with the strength that you have compiled, right? You may not have it during Swiss, so you're gonna have to rely on your teammates to get as far as possible during it. And I mean, both teams honestly have done a great job at doing that. So now we have the full squad on both sides. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a CAF. So I expect Bug to join them. To be their third. Or Marijntje. I mean, Marijntje is currently warming up. Yeah, no, I think that's also a fair choice indeed. I think it's really one of the two. Though Marijntje last match did not have, you know, most consistent. I want to say three rounds. Not going too well. Still not that high. So, should be alright. But can be a bit of a tricky one. But we've seen Yossi. Yossi is pretty much, he's been cooking. He only had the one mistake at the end against Turkey, and every other one he's just been driving consistently fast. So yeah, good luck, have fun. Being exchanged, firm handshakes all around. And we are off for map number 2. England up 0-1. There you go, updated the scoreboard as I've said it. And it's up to the Netherlands right now to win their map pick.
Very good starts across the board on the Yavzos, trailing slightly behind Ipos and ESE. Looking to be firmly now at front. ESE about a car length ahead of Ipos, but that's still possible to be gained back by risking, for example, this upcoming platform drift. None of the players going particularly over the cliff. ESE now with a very inside line on the drift, and Ipos will have slightly more speed, but it's not enough to snipe the victory. And Yavzo securing the 3rd place, along with Yossi winning the round, is enough to give the point over to the Netherlands.
Yeah, and Yossi just driving a 0.7, seemingly just his normal pace, right? Regardless of what happens, he's just driving 0.7s.
High 0.7, kind of slow.
It's kind of slow for him, I feel like, right? We know he can be faster, and I think that is something the England squad is going to have to be worried about, knowing that despite this being as close as it was, it doesn't have to be. Idle also with a early mistake, not getting through the precision section as precise as you would like, will mean it's going to be a 2v3 in favor of the Netherlands. Yossi currently on 1st, Yossi on 3rd, getting the nice inside drift. Will mean Yossi going a bit outside right, does mean that he has more exit speed. But Ipos unable to really get in. He's close, right? Goes a bit wider, tries to get more speed into it. Does have more speed going towards the finish. Able to once again get into 3rd, but the end result is again Yossi driving a 0.7, this time about 400s faster than his previous time. And we also once again on 3rd. That's going to be another round for the Netherlands. Very much a role reversal here, where 19 was all in the hands of the England squad. Now it's the Netherlands on their turf, on their soil, in their elements, picking up some round wins.
And really, what can you do as when you're England when you see Yossi just driving 0.7, probably another 0.7. So, although it's a bit slow start for Yossi this time around, Lord Quack leading the pack for now. But you see the blue car just come in and do, already equal with Ipos for the round lead.
Actually, Yossi, we're going to have to push it here now, though. Lord Quack and Ipos still ahead. Yossi trying to get in between this. He was able to overtake, though. Again, a 0.7. He's just... It's a metronome, right? He's just keeping time all the time. All right. If you want to learn how to drum, just follow Yossi's times, and you'll be able to stay on beat all the time. Beautiful, beautiful driving right there, and able to not just overtake Lord Quack, but also Ipos at the same time in those final few turns, securing the win for his squad. Great performance right now from Yossi, and looking to start this one off a bit faster than previous ones. Currently in a duel with Lord Quack, and Yossi just trailing a little bit behind. Idolus, the first touch.
I don't think he touched, I think he just... Oh, maybe he actually did touch. I thought he just released, and also a mistake from Lord Quack means this is a safety car territory for the Netherlands, but yes, he's probably just gonna drive another 0.7, maybe even 0.6 with those CPs. 0.5, oh, never mind.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. He is in a league for his own.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets depressing playing against players that are just that consistent and that fast, and it's. I wonder if it's not gonna be a bit of a bummer for the English squad.
Perhaps, yeah. It's such a it's a wall you know is there, and you keep jumping over, you keep climbing over, but really there's no way past. Touch there from I believe that was Lord Quacked. Doesn't mean that he passes left to his own devices here in this top tree, and Yossi is on his heels throughout it. Yelso Marijntje also following suit, just behind by about a tenth of a second. And I mean, 13 has flown by like a hurricane. Eagles and Jussie still tit for tat, side by side. Yelso also wanting part of the action, but going a bit inside will mean he has less exit speed. And Jussie now with a 0.6 to close things out. That is a 5-0, but this time in favor of the Netherlands. We are 1-1, and we move on to map 08.
And map 08 also slightly technical, so this might be pretty advantageous for the Dutch lineup. I'm expecting Yossi to continue. It's not that typical of a technical track. You have a lot of auto slide setups.
Yeah.
But it's still drift.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Bit more grass techy, but it's a simple grass tech map, right? It's that ending as well where we've seen it come down to the wire, right? Just players trying to get into the finish as close to the right as possible, which obviously comes with its own risks. This one was also an interesting one. It was France against Wales. I believe it was against Wales, where it was a 2v3 for pretty much the entire map, and it still came down to a 5-4 scoreline, though it was in favor of Wales, not France, I believe, in that one. Interesting one to say the least. But this time it's going to be 3v3. We already see some players on the field. Yasuo is here. We see Lord Quack is still in. Linksy taking the field now. I really do like this skin. I love the colors on it. It's all over there. I mean, you gotta like bright colors, right? Just being out there. But I dig it. I dig it myself. Idolist will be part of the fun. You see as well. And Timmy's the wall inspector coming in to make sure that all of these walls are up to standards. And if they're not, well, we're gonna have to submit a complaint to the map creator.
Yeah, also how Lynx's car, the wheels turn bright orange when braking.
Oh yeah.
Very nice and drift.
There you go. I'm very curious how these Cam 7s. I do enjoy Cam 7 views on these tracks. It's something that I sometimes miss on, competitive tracks. Or when I say competitive tracks, more made for competition, right? Usually less of a focus on that. More of a focus on the track itself. But giving us a nice overview for this warm-up, giving a bit more of a T-Tour situation as Linksy is getting ready to drive 08 for England. It is 1-1. It is still all to play for as we go into our first of our random maps 8. After that, 22 is guaranteed regardless of who takes it. And if we need to decide, 25 is there for the taking. But everybody is ready. Good luck, have funds have been exchanged. Here we go. Off of the line once more. 08 on the board. I mean, this is definitely going to be a tight one. We've had 5-0s for both sides. And I think a map like 08 is going to give us the potential to finally go to a round number 9.
Yeah, I think the rounds will be super close up until the end. It's gonna be just decided by who can get the precision to the right, to the finish better. Although now Yavzo and Timmy's are quite far behind the rest of the pack, so it won't even matter. All of the English squad finishing within almost a 1/10 of each other. Yeah, Yavzo and Timmy is slightly behind. That's enough for the England to pick up their first round win.
Yeah. Seemingly quite easy, all things considered, looking at, the way this track is and how close things can be. Just putting themselves in the top 4 quite comfortably does mean that they're able to get around. This one not looking as dominant of a start as the previous one. Yussi and Timmy's currently in the top 3. Linksy in the mix right now, trying to overtake Yussi on that uphill, but doesn't have the exit speed to actually do so. Timmy's, though, is fully out of it, and it's going to be up to Yosso and Yussi right now to get the W, but Yosso missing the 3rd place, getting overtaken by Lord Quack by about 0.02 of a second. Because of that, Idolist is able to pick up those final few points to secure a round win for England there. It was a close one. It was a close one. But unfortunately, Timmy's full crashing there, just full stop, does mean that England's able to pick up the second round. Sorry.
Timmy pushed the drift slightly too much and went a bit wide and full stopped into the wall, unfortunately. I have a feeling this is gonna be very hard to call unless there's some mistakes, because you can see that the cars are just inside each other. This map is very short and also very forced in the lines. Idol losing a lot of speed in the NASCAR turn.
He seemed to release
and this
there.
This actually gives the round victory to Netherlands with Yavzo sniping Idol in the very last corner.
Yeah, because I just swapped to Idol's POV there. It looked like he released. He definitely wasn't touching anything, wasn't close to any walls. I think he just was a bit worried about his entry into it and had to conserve his speed there. But fortunately, that did cost him the round. And so it is 1-2. Netherlands put themselves on the board. It's not going to be a clean sweep as our previous 2 maps, which is to be expected. And Yosso and Yussi currently in top 3. Linksy also in the mix, but the line from Yussi, he lost control there. Oh
all
no.
over the plate.
Yeah, just unable to recover from that. He definitely tried, but just didn't go the way. And so because of that, ends up in last place. He also won 4th, and with that 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, all English names, that is 1-3 for England. And so far, still too close to call, right, these rounds, but I'm favoring England for now.
They seem to be able to finish their job more. Now we see Tim is going very, very wide, so he's probably securing the last spot right now, especially with this wall hit into the double respawn. Yassi also losing a lot of speed. This is gonna be a map point for England.
Yeah, and look at that 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. I mean, just in general, fast times, but that 0.4 as well, that's, yeah. It's definitely hitting great times in rounds on a track such as this where, well, I mean, every hundredths of a second very much matters due to the shortness of the track as well. I mean, we're flying through these 30 seconds per round, blink and you'll miss it. And right now it is map point for England, leading 1-4. England's gonna have to win 4 rounds in a row to somehow win this map still, though. I think for the time being, it's gonna have to come down to them having to try and win 22. Linksy has first, Lord Quack and Idolist on 3rd and 4th. He also on Timmy's with a bit more speed heading into the final turn, though. May prove to be enough. Quack on 3rd. And Linksy with a bit of lag right there.
Lag,
yeah.
But it's still not enough.
Look at the time. 4.71 from both Yussi and Lord Quack.
Yeah.
What a round.
The display on the left completely fooled me with Yussi taking the round victory, and that was the winning factor. Which means that Netherlands are still in contention for this map. Linksy in a very early mistake, so this is very advantageous now for the Dutch lineup.
Yeah. Gonna come down to Lord Quack and Idolist right now, though they are in top 3. Quack touches the wall, and that's all she wrote. So the dream is still alive for the Dutch squad here. The Flying Dutchmans will be having another shot at victory. Need 2 more to win map 08. Obviously, I am a bit biased, but I am not one, if not the sucker for close matches. And
as
right
the
now,
honorary BITM member, I can take Buster's role
yeah.
and be biased for the other side.
Exactly. There you go. So we've got both sides covered. Don't worry about it. Any and all biases will be thrown out your way. And for the time being, Lord Quack and Idolist, solid starts right there. Linksy also getting into the fold, keeping that inside line nice and clean. Timmy just not really getting into the map as much as he would like, finding himself in a 6th spot, getting into the final turn. It's going to be another 0.5 from Lord Quack, but what is it going to be? No, you know
No,
what?
it's
I
gonna
was
be a
wrong.
0.3.
0.3. But that secures it for England. 3-5. And map number 3 going the way of England does mean that we move on to 22, with the Netherlands having to win it here to try and somehow get to map 25. Though 22, it's going to be a bit of a longer one. But I do know that the Dutch lineup likes to ride walls. I can give you that one as a little treat. This was one of those maps as well that was picked up quite a bit in the Dutch competition we had earlier. So, I don't think they're too worried about this being the random map per se.
No, don't think so either, though. This is a very heavily TMGL/TMWT inspired map, and you know there's this guy called Ipos on the other lineup, who is pretty experienced at this style.
Okay, I see. I see.
Although now crashing in the warm-up, maybe slightly shaky.
You can see he's a bit mixed
yeah.
about the situation. Some would say, yeah. But no,
But yeah, both teams very closely matched on paper, at least in the timesheets. Though, got a question: if Timis is playing, he shown a bit of shakiness earlier in the match. But yeah, he's already gone into the spectator role. It's gonna be Yossi and Puch.
Oh yeah, well, let's see how that will pay off. For now, you know, we see Ryan just warming up.
yeah, one ice light on the map and it's subbed in.
There you go. There's ice, guys. Come on, bring him in. Just bring him in. We all know. There we go, into the ice. And it's an interesting one as well. It's just, you know, having to make sure your exit is correct, get the snap out from the dirt so you can set up for those ice. For the wall rides. It's definitely potential for players to perhaps overtake someone else due to either a bad exit from the ice, making it that their speed towards those wall rides is not as optimal as they would have liked. So definitely keep our eyes open for that part. I think in general, this, you know, at the start, not a lot that I think will necessarily cause a lot of mayhem. I think from the first wall ride in. I keep saying ice wall. Imagine is when we can expect the mayhem to occur.
I wouldn't want to imagine an ice wall here.
No.
Sounds terrible to drive.
I concur. I fully concur. And yeah, map 4. It is Winter 22. We are off, and England leads 1-2. It's up to the Netherlands here to win it, to try and stay in contention for a spot in the grand finals. Otherwise, gonna have to be a journey from the lower bracket. And yeah, we see Orion is in alongside Idolus and Epos for England, and on the side of the Netherlands, Yasso and Yossi are joined by their teammate Puch. Timmy's is taking a nice breather for the time being. Good start from everyone thus far. We do see some differences, right, in terms of efficiency, but we're already still within striking distance.
Yeah, but Epos now, unfortunately, in the drop-down to grass, touches a lot of penalty grass, loses massively to Yossi and Puch, and yeah, they have about a 2x of an advantage over Idol, and it's Ryan, so it looks very, very good for the Dutch lineup so far.
Yeah, Yossi catching some snow, so he won't be able to get close to his teammates, but they may not need it. Yossi and Puch cleanly in first and second, Ryan trying to get in between, but even getting in between won't be enough. Does manage to do it, but first and third, Dutch names, so Yossi any and all spots will be enough, and for now, he'll settle for 6. That's round number 1 for the Netherlands. First steps taken in trying to even out this map and try and go to 25, but at the same time, right, for England, this is a bit of a strike back. They lost against the Netherlands during Swiss, and now is their opportunity to make the overall score 1-1. Who knows? Maybe in the finals they'll meet each other again, but for the time being, it's all about getting there in the first place.
Yeah, an unfortunate mistake now from Yossi falling far behind with the wall touch. And Yavzo also looks to be unknown. Never mind, he's back in the back. I thought he was slightly more behind. But Epos and Ryan very very strong in the front. Now Ryan, as I say those words, has decided to crash the wall.
Bad strategy. Bad strategy. Yeah.
Bad strategy. Not the fastest way around the track. It wasn't Bach in a very close 1v1. The spike is a bit spread right now, so I think this is the only real battle that is happening, unless Yossi can catch up to Ryan. Oh, but Epos with an insane exit from this ice light and will just extend the lead over Puff, I feel like.
It's gonna matter as well.
Also, yeah, with the way that round 1 went, I think Puff might be losing a bit to the others on those wall right identities, quote unquote. Yavzo was able to snipe him there on the first round, and now Epos was able to extend his lead on the very same feature of the map.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are equalized at 1-1 with Epos' victory.
Yeah, making sure that the points still go the way of England, not giving too much room to the London squad to try and somehow get a standing in this map, and very, very important to do so indeed. I mean, the moment you do offer them some room, it's going to be very, very hard to take that back, though. This one, going into our first wall ride and into this just along the whole, it is looking very favorable for the Netherlands squad. Only Epos currently left standing. Idless is quite close to the Dutch squad, but still, you know, I'd say within shouting distance, and maybe he is shouting at Jeff, so like, hey, slow down, man, come on, I want to get to you. But thus far, no changes happening in terms of positioning. Maybe the ice light will bring some thing to that, but going quite wide on that. Yevso also hitting the wall. Yussi hitting the wall as well, and that is exactly what the England squad was hoping for. Epos fully undeterred, driving in first place, but hits the checkpoint there, and Idol able to pick up second place. So despite a strong start, and I would say middle part of the Netherlands squad, it is going to be England picking up the win at the end of it all.
Yeah, I think maybe not even Yasuo heard the shots from Idol. Just as you mentioned that Yasuo's entry to the ice light was pretty slow, but yeah, the touch spot just completely crumbled on the ice and its exit, and let the English opponents take the round victory. So far, no real mistakes in this round. We have Yavza and Idol in sort of 1v1. Ooh.
Moment you say it.
I don't know. I'm pretty talented at this caster curse, I feel.
Yeah. You got, this is exactly what is necessary. The only way you can cast, if you can't convince players to crash the moment you say everything is going well, honestly, you know, are you a caster, right? Really? Definitely not what the Dutch squad hoping for. I mean, this is brutal.
This is brutal, and also Yasuo is eating penalty snow pretty much every opportunity he has, and he's now almost a second behind the leading 4 players. So yeah, this is looking very, very dicey.
Yeah, with that win.
With 2.
I mean, it's a great round there from Yossi, but just missing his squad there to support does mean that it's still going to be a win for England. Another point on the board. They need 2 more to win the match and move on to the grand finals to try and pick up their, I want to say, 3rd TSCC title. But that is something for tomorrow, and this match is not over just yet. There is still definitely that potential, right? I don't get the impression per se that it's impossible for the Dutch squad to win here, but it's looking all the more tricky with the consistency that they've been showing throughout, and even on the rounds where, you know, it's not necessarily consistency and the pace has been there, that ending has been quite harsh, and unfortunate entry right there from Yasuo into the dirt, hitting the wall, will mean that Yussi and Pugh will have to fight further on, but what a place to be fighting from.
Yeah, 2 turns up on Epos, and the rest of the English players are even further behind. Epos now with a very, very good drift, and he will pretty much equalize the distance going into the ice light, and I think this might even be the fastest ice light out of the 3. No, Yossi Actually, Yassi and Puff both being able to edge him on it, but yeah, Epo's just showing his prowess on the identity style feature.
Yeah.
Will take the round victory and will finish 5th. It's
Yeah,
Javlo, so this is round for the Netherlands.
Oh, and it's just, I mean, Epos just, the moment, yeah, we hit the ice, from that point on, just able to just catapult himself forward alongside the wall rights as well. Just so clean from his end as well, able to recover that 0.2 of a second that was built up by the Dutch squad. Relatively, well, seemingly easy. I mean, I'd say easy, but that is one of the hallmarks, right, of being a great player, is making things look easy. What is easy for me, though, is what Ryan did just now, is crash into a wall. I'm very good at that. Unfortunately, it's not going to win you any matches, and it will mean that the English squad is down one player, and definitely not one of the moments you want that to happen. Buchtel going too wide, being a bit too conservative on his drift, thinking he could get away with murder, but unfortunately the cops caught him red-handed. Into the wall he goes. He was an idlest on first and third, and you see now keeping up the momentum, kind of, but losing it, getting out of the plastic. This may be enough for England to pick up round number 4 for them.
Yeah, and Yavzo slightly behind them. I think Yossi will definitely hope that Yavzo can get a good ice late exit, and he definitely gets a better one than Idles, but Epos is very far behind. I mean, very far in front. Yavzo now losing on the first wall, right? I think this is gonna be it for this round, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As England will move on to match point with, Epos driving a point away. That
Yeah.
is pretty fast.
It's pretty. Yeah, I would say pretty fast indeed. I concur entirely. I don't.
Although I
say-
think the anti-territory will be a sub,
Yeah,
judging the no reaction rate now.
I believe so as well. No one really batting an eye at that one. Despite it, I want to say one of the fastest times we've seen on this track in rounds thus far.
Definitely the fastest of the match. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if of the tournament, but it could well be.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, everybody is able to drive a 110, but the differences are quite substantial still. For now, though, it doesn't really matter too much what was driven in the past. It's all about what's being driven right now. It's going to be up to the Dutch squad to try and win it here, because otherwise they will be dropping down into the loser bracket. Currently, Epos is taunting Yassi with that first place. Allows him to enter into the plastic first, but doesn't have the speed to actually keep up with Epos. Epos just a bit cleaner throughout all of that. And once again, into the ice we go. It is make or break right now. Ryan is coming in to support. See if he has enough
Epos
speed
with a
Yeah.
forced release, and that allows Yossi to take a very convincing lead going into the wall rights. And Puch and Yavzo seem to be. Yavzo is
Puch.
actually struggling a bit. Oh, Puch died.
Both died.
Oh, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
Oh.
crashes fully into the checkpoint, that last checkpoint, trying to take it as inside as possible. And yeah, that was all she wrote. Quite unfortunate. Definitely was looking like a round the Netherlands was able to win, but unfortunately, just came down to that one mistake. And that's usually how it goes, right? That's usually how matches are lost. It's that one mistake. I mean, you could say pinpoint it, but obviously, this is something that builds up across the match in general. It's round after round. That's why we play a best of 3. We want to make sure we are making the right decision in sending the right team to the next round. And in this case, with a 3-1 win, it is going to be England moving on to the grand finals, and the Netherlands dropping down to the lower bracket. Will be at least 3rd place. They'll be waiting for the winner out of the lower bracket sector. So still a fewer match to play tomorrow. They won't be playing right away at 1, but they will be playing at 2 to face off against whoever comes out on top from that lower bracket. Free-for-all is what I'm going to call it. It's not a free-for-all. It's not. It's still all going for once. But that's all tomorrow. I forgot to update the match title, I realize now. Dang.
Oh.
I got caught. But you can't see it, so you can't prove it. Maybe I'm just saying it. Definitely don't go back and check it. Or maybe do. Go check out the bot. Hey. But that's the last of our matches. Maybe there's still one ongoing that we could jump into.
Yeah, both loser bracket matches seem to still be ongoing.
There's
Gonna
an
check
option.
Denmark France server to check their progress.
That is a tight one indeed for those curious about the brackets or schedule, however it is you want to call it. I've updated both commands. Type it in. Here's the link. Check it out.
Okay.
Oof, Denmark, France.
Match
Yeah.
number 2, Denmark France, is currently in a warm-up,
Ooh, that is a good time to be jumping in.
which is a perfect time to jump in.
Let's jump on over.
But no, wait. Refresh. Denmark France. And that is map number 4.
Ooh, 08.
08 indeed.
And that is
2-1 for Denmark.
Oh. All right, well, let's make sure that this is all updated and correct. So France playing in the blue trunks. Denmark playing in the red trunks. And there you go. Start overlay. And then I click buttons. And I click buttons. And then hopefully that is all correct by the time I actually swap over to the right scene. Well, yeah, we see Shanex, Rocket, Chamao, Lufok currently warming up. So, quite sure who will be taking a back seat, but I don't think you're allowed 4 players. So I'm sure they know the rules, you know. Sure, they'll figure it out among themselves. We see Whoop, Junstay, and Jake Ray doing some warm up. Oh, Marijntje also coming in to check out what's happening. Because outside of that, the other lower bracket match that we have at the moment is the match between Turkey and Slovenia. And that one is still ongoing as well. So outside of that, just looking at the match results, no, we haven't had any other match results come in, so we're still underway for a little bit. We still have a little bit of TSCC remaining for the day, and I'm like 99% sure everybody else after this will be jumping over to the Red Bull event, and I don't blame anyone for that because it's looking stacked, it's looking cool, and I hope that'll be a good one. But that is not for another hour, and so for now, we're able to enjoy some TSCC for today. Tomorrow we'll be closing it out, but for now we have another match for you. It is France versus Denmark. Denmark currently leading 2-1. And yeah, Rocket, Rufok, and Chamao currently for France doing a phenomenal job. Dunstay and Whoop are in the mix, and Jake Ray currently on 6th. We'll have to come down to that finish, and it's Dunstay and Whoop. What a finish!
Well, snipe and a half.
Look at that.
Also, as a score update for the Turkey-Slovenia match, they are currently warming up on map number 5.
There you go, down to the wire. That's what you like to see, indeed. And who knows, maybe we still have some of that happening here. I mean, I mentioned France playing on 08 with 2 players against Wales and barely losing it 4-5. But they are quite commanding in terms of pace here, but that doesn't take away from Denmark in any way, shape, or form. Though it's once again Whoop and Dunstay in that first and third trying to fight for it, but no such thing this time. It's Rocket on first place. No way to deter the man from getting out of that, and Lufok and Chamao on 4 and 5. France strikes back 1-1, and definitely, I mean, 08, we were hoping Netherlands, England was going to be a close one there. Was a bit more England favored in the end. I think this one can go round 9.
Oh, definitely. And also, Dunstay is getting a lot of speed in those last corners, and you can see him like menacingly coming through the pack. And currently he's leading. This line looks... Oh, this line is exactly what enables him to have this overspeed, I think. And yeah, Dunstay with again 1 and 2. Minus some crashes, and there are none. They will pick up another round victory.
There you go. Just another couple of 0.4s on the board. Ain't no big deal. Driving in rounds like it's nothing at all. And I mean, at this point, 0.4s are what you need to aim for if you want to get a top 3 spot. Especially with the way these, you know, at this point in the tournament, with the skill level that we have in both teams, I don't think it's unsurprising to see that. I think point twos will catch some eyes once we do see those. For now though, Dunstay trying to keep it up on top, but Roquette and Chemao getting the upper hand on that uphill. Does mean that it is France right now looking to pick up another round win. We did see Dunstay barely overtake Chemao there at the end by about, what is that, 3 thousandths of a second, but it's not going to be enough. First and third, Roquette and Chemao. Lufok on number 6. We'll make it 2-2. Back and forth. Love it.
Pendulum swings.
Feel like today is all about the pendulum.
It is. We've very rarely been able to catch one team be dominant on a map, minus that previous match where first two maps went 5-0, 5-0.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, Whoop. Quite comfortably in the lead, but has way less speed than Rocket, and I think, yeah, Rocket will be able to snipe that. J-Cray coming in last means that Whoop's and Dunst's efforts are for nothing, and France will now be taking 2 rounds in a row to maybe switch over the momentum.
Yeah, I mean Chemao there as well, hitting one of the walls at the end, but didn't lose too much speed. J-Cray simply too far behind to take advantage of that situation. That is simply how it goes sometimes. But yeah, France with that, able to take the lead for the first time on this, well, no, second time I should say. They start off 1-0, but again, that pendulum, right, it keeps going. Whoop though, touching the wall, that'll lose you some speed, definitely, though it's coming down to a 2v2. Lufok is a bit closer, so J-Cray will need this first place over Roquette and Chemao, and then stay a bit too far behind to really support. So, because of 5th place,
They really
Lufok,
tried. He got 200s behind Rocket, but
very hard push.
Slightly too far.
This is exactly what France was hoping for, right? They are currently looking to even things out, and this is their first try at doing so. I don't know what map 5 is going to be for this one, but they are poised and set to make their way there.
It's gonna be map 12, which is the plastic platform tech thingy. I'm not sure what to exactly call it.
Fair, fair. Well, it looks like we're going there, because Dunstay may be in first, but it's all French players. Oh no, J-Cray with the snipe at the end! Oh.
J-Cray was snipe, but that still didn't really matter because Rocket was very firmly in last place.
Yeah.
So 1-3-5 or 1-4-5 didn't really matter.
It didn't matter too much. No.
But it's nice to get a sniper, of course.
Definitely. You may as well get him in now, though I don't know if it's like luck, you know, you don't want to get lucky too early on, right? You want to have it when it matters the most. Strong start this round, though, from the French squad. All beautiful inside lines, so you can see that really paying off in the positions as well, though J-Cray is going to be out of it. It's Dunstay and Whoop who are going to have to fight with Chemao and Roquette. Coming down to that final turn once again. Roquette wanting to get the snipe, does not get it. And a bit of a slower ending as well, I would say, right? All 0.5s for that top 3. But evening out the score 4-4 will mean that all of a sudden the lead that France had built up to try and even out the score all of a sudden comes down to one singular round, a 30-second round, to perhaps determine who stays in the tournament.
And the pressure is pretty much at its highest right now. Rocket and Lufok getting pretty good starts. Whoop is trailing slightly behind, but you know that can all end in the, change in the end. Whoop with a very nice drift now. I don't think it's gonna be enough to challenge for the round victory.
J-Cray
is currently occupying the first spot. J-Cray is sniping first, and yeah, this is.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
And there we go. Yeah, I mean, France getting so close to evening things out. They were looking phenomenally throughout. Rounds 5, 6, and 7 were very, very strong. 8 starting to lose that grip, right? And unfortunately, unable to secure it on that round number 9. I mean, we were hoping for it. We did get it, but unfortunately, we won't be getting a map number 5. It's France eliminated from the tournament, and Denmark looking to face off against the winner between Turkey and Slovenia.
Yep,
Now,
and
I
I'm
don't
doing
know.
a very
Yeah.
quick score check on Birdie's stream. They are currently midway through a round. I saw Slovenia pick up second point. Unfortunately, the other score was covered by Birdie's webcam. They should be
We'll
finishing the round in
find out.
about 15 seconds.
Also, I see you, Lorai. I see you. Don't think I'm not watching. Though, to be fair, at this point, he has his own personal
I
chat.
think we can join now.
Yep. Let me. Oh crap! I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. I'm late. I'm late. I think I'm late. They probably already started rounds. I guess.
No.
No. Oh. Okay. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going.
The round starts now.
Well, I just joined.
That's fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be
Right,
fine.
so Turkey is up 3-2 on the decider map of this match.
Ooh.
Just now, a very convincing round victory from Demir and Bira came through. But now Bira with not the greatest of starts. Supingo leading the pack ahead of Demir and Manta. Talk to you later, falling slightly behind, but it's still very much recoverable, as we could see in a match between England and, oh my god, that was a flight and a half.
No, there you go. I'm just fixing the overlay in the meantime.
Yeah. Ooh, and
Whoa,
Dragano with
yeah.
an interesting flying line as well, and yeah, this is gonna be a pretty secure Slovenian ace.
There we go. As I'm slowly updating the thing, hoping I don't break the script. There you go. I've done it. Like the scoreboard. Well, there you go. All fixed. All right, so we at most have, well, it's down to a best of 3 now. That's where we're at. I do it all on the fly. I just did all that, you know, in Illustrator. Yeah, I was working in Illustrator. Let's go with Illustrator, sure. I never do things in AI, never. Anyways, this is my script written down by ChatGPT. It looks like it's going to be a win for Slovenia here due to a mistake on the side of the mirror happening at the 5th checkpoint. Interesting. We'll find out. We'll find out. Ooh, early mistake there from Broca. We'll make it a 2v3 in favor of Slovenia, though favorably not so much. Demir and Birdie do have first and second, though Supingo is getting in between to try and fight for second place.
Falling slightly behind now, although Birdie had to overslide a lot on this grass part, and yeah, the mirror is now in the lead, about a 10th ahead of Supingo. Never mind.
He was.
Is no longer in the lead ahead of Supingo. Now Supingo is about a 10th ahead of Birdie and Manta. It's gonna all gonna come down to the eyesight and the wall rights. Eyesight went pretty equal for both of the teams. And I think Supingo is just gonna cruise into the finish. And Birdie also losing the second place to Manta.
I think that may have been the 5th
solidifies
CP.
Slovenian case.
I think that was the 5th CP. I don't know. Maybe. You never know with these AI tools, right? They usually are off by a number or two. You can ask a 2 + 2 and it'll tell you 6, but either way. Should we be worried about the singularity? Perhaps so. Perhaps so. You would think these large language models are not possible, could not even obtain singularity, but here we are. ChatGPT 5.0 is going to be taking over the world one way or another. But yeah, match point for Slovenia now, looking to take out Turkey from the tournament. And I mean, for the time being, it's looking like a similar situation to the last round, right? Birdie and Demir currently duking it out, this time with Manta instead of Supingo. But this is the part where things somewhat went wrong, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a repeat of it again, but no airtime, no crashing into the scenery. And so, currently, advantage goes to Turkey. Ooh. Oh, well, you know what? Talk to you later, and Supingo having issues, many issues.
Mistakes on the ice slide, and yeah, this looks very much like Turkish round now with Sapingo 8 times behind Droga. I don't think he's able to catch that up. And yeah, this is best of one for the match victory.
Yeah. Coming down to the wire, even Stevens throughout it all. I haven't seen results from previous maps between these two teams just yet. I'm sure we'll catch that once the match results are posted. But this one, another round 9, and what a place to end it on. 22. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Slovenia? Is it going to be Turkey? Moving on to try and make it to day number 2, because that's what they're playing for right here, right now. By the way, either one of these teams will have to face off against Denmark to get to that TSCC victory. Everybody alive for the time being. I don't think the big of a surprise. It's really coming down from this wall ride onwards is where the mistakes can occur, and Birdie is already trailing behind a bit at the moment, giving us a nice POV of players at the front, who is Manta and Demir, duking that out for first.
Yeah, Birdie with a number of just very small mistakes, just needed some minor adjustments, but that meant that he fell slightly behind, but you can see that he's now regaining all of that lost time in the second half of the map. Manta and Demir duking it out for the first place, but Birdie is already fighting for the third spot. If Demir and Birdie can both win their fights, it's gonna be a run victory for Turkey. I'm not sure how Birdie did not completely die on this angle from the ice slide. But Manta is very, very far in front, and Turkey now hopes for a mistake from Spingo.
Well, he did have a bit of an issue,
let
but
Demir through, but Birdie was too far behind, and this is match victory for Slovenia. But yeah, this was very illegal wallbang for Birdie, as Idol pointed out.
Definitely. I wanna definitely check those walls. If anybody can inspect those, we sure have some wall inspectors around. But either way, it's going to be a win for Slovenia. Turkey at the end of it, all so close to making it to day number 2. Fortunately, their dreams have been crushed. Their will has been smashed, and they're just gonna have to chill for the rest of the tournament and find out tomorrow who is going to be the winner of this TSCC Winter 2025. It's a lot of words, a lot of numbers, but for the time being, that's all of the matches that we had for today. I myself very much enjoyed each and every one of those. I think there was none that felt like a complete blowout per se. Some nice close ones along the way as well.
Netherlands?
I think that was the only one. Yeah. I think those. Other than that, solid time, solid driving.
Very solid matches.
I'm looking forward to what that means for tomorrow. But yeah, with that, we have 3 teams left in the running. We got Denmark facing off against Slovenia tomorrow. That'll be match number 1. The winner of that facing off against Netherlands 1 to determine who will be moving on to fight against the final boss of this tournament. It is England, who waits in the grand finals to determine our winner of this TSCC. It's been a blast, man. It's been great.
It's been.
We'll see who will be back. I mean, we need to check, because I know Pat's there. I'll leave producing to him once he's back tomorrow. I know he's doing some things with the Red Bull stuff, and I'm sure you all are going to be enjoying that. So I will be as well, though not for all of it. For those who may be interested, the Finnish Trackmania League happens to be kicking off this evening as well, starting at 7. So if you do want to have some Trackmania alongside your Trackmania, because I know Red Bull is happening at the same time, you can drop down my own channel, or Vil as well is covering the Finnish Trackmania League. So plenty of Trackmania remaining for today. This was just the start of a hopefully beautiful Saturday, not even afternoon, just Saturday in general. So yeah, that's all for me. Anything? Afternoon. It is. Well, I have some beers to enjoy. One that really is massive. My God, I'm still surprised by the fact that I got it. But yeah, I paid for it. So, there you go. I'm expecting to get it. But yeah, that's all for me. Anything from you, Key, before we close it out?
Nope.
No.
I'm very excited for tomorrow as well, seeing how close those matches were. I think we are in for some very good Trackmania on those campaign maps tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I fully agree with that. So yeah, that's all for it. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised we ended on time, despite the fact how long some of these matches were going. Kudos to all of the players, honestly, in that. I know it's not easy to get everybody on time, but here we are. It is 4. Wish you all a very pleasant day, very pleasant night, wherever you may be. Enjoy the rest of this Trackmania day. Maybe I'll catch you on my stream later on. But for now, have a Yeah, have a great one, and we'll see you all here tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then. Bye bye.
You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. I just keep crying when I hear your name. Kissing her just sparked a flame. I took you for granted, and you did the same. I wish I never said those things. Taking your love is mine to keep. 'Cause now you're my biggest regret, and it's not even a secret. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. Isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules then. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight.
intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you.